What's up, everyone?
Yeah.
We're back after
a 2 week hiatus, right?
2 week hiatus.
Yeah.
We are Vaporware. I hope you haven't forgotten about us.
Some of you have, but it's okay though.
It's alright. I put a video up in the meantime.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm Omero.
This is Lewis.
And I'm Daniel.
And together we are.
Vaporware.
I was going to say we are troopers, but. Anyways, we just got back. Well, actually, we didn't just get back. It's been about a week or two since the California Arcade Extreme.
Yeah.
That happened over here in California, of all places.
Yeah.
It's actually over here in Santa Clara, right across the street from where the 49ers play, South Bay.
It was fun. It was fun. Omer, what did you think of it?
You know what? When I first got there, I was just like, at first I was really hyped up for it.
Yeah,
but then
this is your first time going, right?
This is my first time going. So I was really hyped up for it. Then I walked in there and it was like, the first time I was just like, I want my $40 back.
Yeah.
And then, but, I stuck it out and the more I, got to play the games and stuff, I enjoyed it after a while. So I'll definitely go back.
So what was it about it that didn't appeal to you?
Well, the thing is like every arcade was taken up.
Yeah.
All right. I was just like, holy crap! So I have to wait in line. It's
yeah.
And then that's a given. Obviously that's something that you expect. But then
it wasn't such a long wait.
It wasn't. I was just that was my first impression, and I didn't realize how it was going to be. It's.
You just saw like a bunch of people swarming around a bunch of arcade machines, and you're thinking, all right, so when am I going to get a chance to play a game?
Pretty much. And the other thing was, and this is what I told you over the weekend, and it's just like, for $40, I could have gone to like a pizza place, bought a $20 pizza, $10 beer, and put $10 into their freaking arcade machines they had there and had just as much. A pitcher.
Or a pitcher.
Oh, okay.
A pitcher of beer, right?
Oh man, I miss having one of those to myself.
Yeah, so I mean that was my mentality at that point. And I was just like, man, $40 for this.
Yeah.
And then like the third one was just like, I was expecting a lot of games from my generation, and that was I was saying I shouldn't have been expecting that because there was hardly any games from the '90s. A lot of them were '80s and '70s games, and a lot of them were pinball machines.
But to your surprise, though, I mean, when we even talked about this, didn't you see that there was a good selection of '90s?
Yeah,
so,
but
I mean, not
even
like,
you were saying where's Turtles in Time?
Well, yeah, I definitely was. Like, I wanted Turtles in Time. I wanted the Turtles arcade game, the original one.
Oh yeah,
for the first one, because that was my favorite arcade
Same
game.
Here, yeah. I wanted to play Golden Axe, Revenge of Death Adder. And they didn't have it there, and and it's my fault for expecting to have them have all the games I wanted, but I could tell it was for like an older generation or Generation Y, I guess you could say. Not really. I mean, obviously I played those games too in the '90s, but there were a lot of older people there, and I have to admit that when I was signing up. It's like I thought I was white and nerdy. I'm not white, but I mean on the inside.
Yeah.
But dude, these guys were 10 times the nerds, dude, and like I'm like holy crap, I kind of felt like I didn't belong.
Yeah.
And dude, it was funny.
But those
seriously, I signed up. When I was, you weren't there with me. I was in the stall to sign up for that. My guys. Yeah. The guy next to me. He didn't. I don't think he took a shower all week.
Dude, okay,
he smelled like Doritos, dude.
You know what's sad? No, okay. Oh shit. So it was weird because I remember I went there and we were parked somewhere. I guess because we had to walk in and it was like hella hot already.
Yeah.
And then I think what was it? We went out to get lunch, came back. Man, I was already sweating like a pig, and I was like, "Did I already smell? Like I didn't even walk into play a game yet. I already stink."
Yeah.
And I just took a shower like maybe.
Now this one, he could tell.
Like that musk.
It was like
thick.
It was like, dude, yeah, it was god awful, dude. And he wasn't sweating. But hey, you know what?
That's scary.
I know I'm ragging on nerds, but on the other hand, dude, it's really cool to see a lot of people older than me, and a lot of nerds really just having fun in their element,
Yeah.
And it's like. To me, it's just really cool to see people have fun with stuff like this,
Yeah.
having a good time.
Yeah.
And not feel threatened or not feel like they're an outcast or they could be normal. And I think that's really cool, and that's what I really appreciate about that.
Yeah.
It's like a Comic-Con, but not like a San Diego Comic-Con where it's like there's no more nerds there.
Yeah.
It's more like an actual comic book convention.
You can tell that there's a lot of people from that generation that that genuinely loved those arcade games, and that they had a lot of fun with those arcade games.
And that's cool. Yeah,
you were saying that you saw like it was a girl there, right? And she was like just hitting up like all the arcades, or all the pinball machines, just one after the other, just having the time of her life.
Yeah, she
It wasn't that short-haired one, right?
No, she was like a little bit. She was like an inch taller than me, and I don't know. She was pretty attractive, But the thing is, she had like a lot of tattoos on her.
Yeah.
But the way she was approaching the arcade games, it was almost like someone going to Disneyland and going to all the rides.
Yeah.
She wanted. It wasn't an arcade. It was a pinball machine.
Yeah.
She wanted to try all of them.
Yeah.
And I could how you could smell it, or you could sense it that someone's having a good time.
Like a genuine good time.
Yeah, I could tell that she was really having a good time, and that's just one of the many people I ran into that really loved it there. And, that's really cool. So that's awesome. Like I said, I'll go again next year. Now that I know what to expect, it's like I won't be as I guess you could say abrasive.
Sure. Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of jarring when you go in there and you see all those people, because you probably do think, this is what conventions are right now. Like, everyone wants to go to a convention.
Yeah.
Well, the reality of it is, we live in the Silicon Valley. There's a crap ton of people over here, and in addition to the people that live here, there are people visiting from like out of state.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, of course, you're going to get a ton of people. But just that aside, I personally had a great time. Like I loved it. It took a while to get to the machines that I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I really wanted to play was the Punisher one that you guys know about. I finally got a chance to play that game, which was super fun. But yeah, I wanted to play Punisher. I wanted to go back and play Michael Jackson Moonwalker, but I didn't get a chance to play that one because like everyone was like kind of swarming that area.
Yeah, it's funny too because we saw it and we went around to play track and field.
Yeah,
it was just one. It was actually empty, I think.
Yeah,
and then we came back. It was a mob.
Yeah, just a ton of people. Yeah. But yeah, no, but I like ultimately I got to play like a lot of the games that I wanted to, and I had a really good time. I went last year, and I don't think there were as many people as there were this year, but I think that's just how conventions usually go. There's always
it's like, oh my god, did you hear about this last year? And then everybody else shows up.
Everyone else goes, and then
it's just like, holy crap! It reminds me of that episode of Seinfeld where Kramer's swimming the Hudson River.
Oh, and everyone else shows up.
And then everybody else is like, yeah, this is awesome. And then like totally he gets swammed out of there. And like, everybody swimming, he can't even have a good time.
Yeah, no, pretty much no, but that's it though. But that is it.
Yeah. You know what? The one pinball machine I wanted to play, I didn't get a chance to, was Attack from Mars.
Yeah.
They had 4 machines there, and like every time I approached it, there was always somebody there. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna play that. But you know what? For throwback ones, I played a lot of the old pinball machines that nobody else played or touched. And you know what? I really enjoyed those kids. They had a more organic feel to them. They had bells and whistles and actual rubber bands. Compared to like the newer pinball machines where it's almost like an arcade game.
Yeah.
So that's what I really liked about the old ones.
Yeah. It was also cool because I got to play a lot of the stuff that I never got to. So it not only was an opportunity to play like a lot of the cool games or some of the cool games rather from my childhood. I got to play a lot of the stuff that I never got a chance to that I kind of want to pick up now. We played track and field, and that was a really fun time because
that was like pretty fun.
Yeah, because all it really was
it was a 4-player game.
Yeah, it was a 4-player game, and all it was just like a button or just
buttons.
two buttons.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but 2 of them.
Or actually, technically 2 that you use, right?
Yeah, 2 of them have the same function.
and it had like different games. Like it had was it the 100-yard dash?
Then you do hurdles, and you do the
javelin,
jump,
javelin toss. And then the one where
you kept on throwing yours like Lamar's.
Walking all over you.
Yeah, Lamar from Revenge of the Nerds. Good movie. If people haven't watched it.
Yeah. Yeah, but and by the way, Revenge of the Nerds, that is those were nerds, not this Big Bang Theory nerd nonsense.
Good point, Lewis. Yeah, they were. They weren't like Poindexters. They were more like Gilbert and Lewis.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, just very, very antisocial and.
Well, they were like in that movie. Well, to me, it felt like they were all outcasts. Like that's sort of.
They were. Now,
like Booger's like my favorite because he's smart, but at the same time, he just wants to fuck around.
Now, tell me this: could you see one of those guys getting with someone like Penny from Big Bang Theory, or maybe any of the other girls?
Hell no.
See, if you're right in.
And well, if you watch the movie, I think Lewis gets with the head cheerleader.
Yeah.
But that's the movie, and it's like nah.
So someone is scaling the side of our wall.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
And we're hearing weird noises coming from the outside.
It might be the window cleaner.
It is the window cleaner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So going into that, speaking of window cleaners, there was.
Dude, what? Oh. Never mind. Yeah, go ahead. Keep going with your thought.
Well,
don't make me stop.
There was one particular row of games that we kind of stopped at, which I want to talk about. That was really cool. It was if any of the viewers out there have ever played like a game like Dragon's Lair or some of those like some of the games where you go to the arcade and it plays out a cartoon. And
or time based.
They're they're more time based, or they're like you have to press up, down, left or right, or the action button. Mm-hmm. We got to play some of those, and that was actually one of the highlights of my time at California Extreme, was just kind of hanging out in that area and watching I played a game called Space Ace. Mm-hmm. Which was the spin-off of Dragon's Lair, which was really cool.
Yeah. So I stuck in the same spot for a long time.
Well, yeah, it was Space Ace is a. I never understood how to play it when I was a kid. Like I thought it was like okay, I get to play as this cool dude that shoots a laser gun and stuff like that, and I would just die constantly. I never understood that.
I thought you just put the quarter in there and then it plays a movie for you, sort of like a Nickelodeon.
No, I knew there was a joystick and a button there for a reason.
It was like the arcades at the adult bookstore.
Oh, yeah. Oh god, not quite like those. But but it was cool though because so I finally got to beat one of those games because I didn't really understand how they worked as a kid. But damn,
I was like, I don't know what happened.
It's okay because that same kicker screwed up for the Bills in the first Super Bowl.
It's my team's curse right now.
Yeah. But anyways,
but yeah, no. So no, it was cool though. But we in addition to that, we also got to watch. We're out of the corner of my eye. While I was playing Space Ace, I got to watch Omar play a game called The Act. And Omero, if you want to explain that.
Do you remember?
You may want to explain that one. It was hard. It's hard. It's basically you have a knob, right? And I think they have the cell phone version of it, or And like you play a character, an animated character, and you're supposed to get it with this nurse throughout the whole course of the game. And the knob goes from 0 to 11, and
there wasn't even any markings. It's just a knob.
Oh, okay.
And there's no way to tell if you're in the middle or not.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. So basically, you're supposed to for example, the first part of it is you're in a dream and you're trying to get with this nurse, and you're supposed to grab her attention, right? But if you put the knob way too high, then you start doing all these dance jigs and really being aggressive. And
your actions become extreme.
Yeah, but if you do it really low, then
you're subtle.
You're a little subtle, and then you want to expand from that. And gosh, dude, that was really fun because
the concept's really cool.
The concept is really cool. It's a really cool party game too. Because when we were doing it, we actually attracted a crowd when my brother was playing it.
Yeah. Because we were being loud as hell.
we're trying to tell him what to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because we were just backseat driving, which was great. And the game was fun because of that. just seeing like because I mean, he was stuck at that one spot. Trying to get it was actually the last part where he was trying to give the rose or the flower to the nurse.
Yeah, that was hard, dude.
Yeah, and it was funny because that was actually the final boss. It was like he had to struggle hella hard just to even give her the flower.
Yeah.
And he went through how many like continues?
Yeah, it was like $1 game. You could put $1 in there for three tries.
Yeah.
But luckily, since it's a convention, you get to play for it for free.
Yeah.
But dude, we could have easily spent like $100 on this, dude.
I think he went through that much already. That's how much he lost.
It was a fun game, dude. I wish that'd be cool if they made more like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was fun stuff. That was fun stuff. What about you, Daniel?
Oh, I liked it a lot. It was actually cool. It was disappointing because it wasn't like last time when they actually had one whole room full of 90s cabinets, especially like the Konami cabinets. Oh crap!
Yeah.
So like Police Simon 1 was used to be there. Was some other other racing ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one part where you played Hydro Thunder, that whole section.
Yeah.
That was all. That used to be, like I said, that was all the 90s big cabinets, just all the crazy shit. But I guess maybe they might have broken down or something like that.
Or maybe they just didn't bring them.
That too. Because now, I think I want to say this time there was way more pinball machines than there was last time.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, which I didn't even try at all. I was not interested.
There's a lot of old school pinball machines too, the ones that are kind of like stand upright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, those were cool to see,
Yeah.
I mean, pinball games are, I think I told you something was like, what's the point of these things? I forget what I said, but I'm pretty sure my sentiment still stayed.
Well, what I noticed about playing the pinball machines is like, you play one, you play them all.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just different bells and whistles.
Yeah, different bells and whistles, but the stuff's in different areas.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
So what I told Lewis is that, because that's exactly what I told him. Was like, it's all the same shit. The only time it's exciting or different or kind of interesting is, what was it?
You like the virtual?
Like Sonic Pinball. That's actually more interesting to me than a pinball game. Surprisingly, either way.
Well, Sonic Pinball? Like, don't you mean like maybe like the Zen Pinball?
Huh?
Or do you mean like a pinball? Because Sonic Spinball wasn't a pinball.
It wasn't, but it had it's the same thing. You set up bumpers and flippers, and you kind of control him. But other than that, you're still.
But what about a game like Pokemon Pinball?
Pokemon Pinball?
Yeah, which is like an actual Pokemon. No.
I don't know.
Well, like you said,
but when you talk about a pinball, would it be just a regular pinball game?
Yeah.
No, that's not fun at all. Because in Sonic's Pinball, you had stages, you actually had progression in the stage.
Yeah.
I already got to this part. I need to somehow hit my flipper all the way to this part of the stage and do this whole other section.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's other games too. I saw a Super Nintendo one that's kind of similar. Actually, it's an RPG, almost like an RPG game, but a pinball game. But you have to actually go around and fight bosses. It wasn't
the Kiss pinball you
must. It was it's a fantasy setting one, and you actually had to go through the whole thing, and it's just it's the same table the whole time, but you had to go through different parts in the table and go fight the bosses. And once you fight all the bosses, you fight the main boss on the same pinball table.
Interesting.
It actually evolves from that.
That's pretty cool.
Actually, it was pretty interesting, but I still got to go play it again. I just remember watching hella videos on it. But
and there's like like I said earlier, the Attack of Mars pinball one.
Yeah.
I like that one so much because they had it at the local 7-Eleven by my high school. And that was great because, as soon as you activate the mini game, the flying saucer just opens up and all the aliens, they're like little figurines. And, you're supposed to knock the aliens out with
I don't know. I always enjoyed the sound effects that come with it, the little lines from, the different movies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
If it is a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
I know exactly what you mean. Those are pretty funny stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, those pinball, I think I was having fun. I mean, I had more fun just looking at the stuff. Actually, all the Super Nintendo games, just the cartridges, looking at each one, that was fun. Because you see there was a bunch of, I'm pretty sure some of them already got sold, but there was some that were actually whoa, how does this thing belong here? It shouldn't be here. This is really rare.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the other thing I like is some of the dealers had arcade parts. I think some people will be interested more in the hardware, but I like the artwork. They had the marquees for sale.
Yeah.
And that, for me, that's throwback for me, dude. Because
Yeah.
I love arcade cabinet or the cabinet artwork.
Yeah.
I love that stuff, and that's something I'm going to miss as I get older when there's no arcades, or they are, and they just consolidate all the games into one cabinet. You're gonna miss the cabinet art.
Yeah, it was that was the large. That was a large part of like
the experience, right?
Yeah, the excitement and the experience of going to these different arcades is seeing that artwork. It's like, oh, that's cool. Like I remember like one particular one that stuck out to me was always Street Fighter Alpha 2 with Ryu. With Ryu and Akuma staring down each other and had like Sakura kind of in the background. But that was awesome. I was like, damn it, I want to play that game. That looks freaking sick.
Yeah, dude. I love the original Ninja Turtles cabinet.
Yeah,
because I'm like, because they actually had a model for April O'Neil.
Was it the the kind of like the realistic?
And I was just like, man, this is awesome, dude. Yeah. It's like it's all sentimental nostalgia, but for me it was cool. And then seeing like the Mortal Kombat cabinet with like the actor that played the arcades on the side, I remember that.
Yep.
And dude, I still remember the Double Dragon one that had really cool artwork too. But
yeah,
it's like
I like the X-Men artwork where it had all the whole team on the side. Well, the team inside the game rather.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, the reason why I say that is because you're in the Bay Area, and you figure we're in the Bay Area. There's got to be like a hub for all these arcade games, and I felt like they're going away now. I mean, Golfland over here in Sunnyvale, they used to introduce the new Capcom arcade games there.
Yeah,
and
I think they still do, but it's like it comes out on console at the same time.
But but you go there and like, okay, all the games are interactive games. Like, once you jump on and stuff like that.
Yeah, or they're ticket machines.
Yeah, ticket machines.
Oh, yeah.
And okay, that's what kids like. That's cool. But there's only one aisle of like cabinet games.
Yep.
And those are all fighting games. And it's just like, and it's cool. People like those. But actually, dude, where's the beat 'em up games? And where are all the other ones?
Well, I would at least like one bullet hell game. Like me and Daniel played.
Dude, that was rated. Man. I liked playing it, but then it lost its charm.
It did.
I forgot how.
I couldn't tell if it was because we were playing 2-player and kept we had to split our.
It's like the game didn't think about people playing or having 2-player, so there's no way to share. It's like it was fun, but
I would argue that the better bullet hell game is was it Aerial Force something?
Aero Fighters.
Aero Fighters 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a Namco game that I actually just recently downloaded for the Switch, which is pretty cool. It's
I like the 1942.
1942, the game's awesome.
That's the one I used to.
Raiden.
You know what's funny about that? We're playing Raiden, and then in that game, 1942 is not even anywhere, but it was burned into the screen, so it wasn't in this cabinet.
Oh, really? That's serious?
Yeah. Just big old numbers on the screen. Yeah. I'm like, dude, why are we not playing this right now?
Yeah.
It's a ghost, man. It's a ghost. It's telling me this, like, please release me. I'm here.
It's so true. It's so true.
Yeah, dude, but there's no games like I was expecting to play Mercs,
That's what I want. Well, they had the prequel, but they didn't have.
Yeah, but. And that's the thing. And what sucks though is I was like, I expect,
fucking Harbaugh. I forgot about
him. Oh yeah, Jim Harbaugh's in this one. Right? But like, I expect being in the Bay Area, to have more, I feel like you have to go all the way to Santa Cruz to enjoy some of the old school arcade games.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the upkeep's really bad now. I mean, I remember when I used to go to Golfland, I felt bad for the old dude because I would see him every time there. He just started to fix all the machines. It looks a little crotchy and everything. And then me and my friend would always rip up the Daytona machine. And we would have to fix it every week because we just tear it up.
Hey, dude, it's putting him to work, dude.
Hey, it is. But it's like,
because he knows his time is up, man. He knows his time is up.
Fuck Bears. Sorry.
Fuck Bears.
That's so dark.
Fuck Niners.
Yeah, but I think that's what it is, though,
Dead silence. It's true, though. It's true.
But no, yeah. But the only, Golfland still has it. It's just like, again, it's all ticket machines in the middle. Mm-hmm. But the two sides, they have racing. Like, they actually upgraded the Wang at Midnight, thank God, to the, semi-current. And then there's also, let's see, what else is there? There's Street Fighter still there. All the Street Fighter Tekkens all on one side. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 still there. And then you have the whole middle section. Then after that, you have the whole left section, which is all the shooters, or I guess Time Crisis only, and then all the rhythm games.
Yeah.
And I don't know, dude. I think the Bay Area is running out of the social places to hang out in.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's on their,
It's either running out or they're getting too highbrow.
It's probably
Like
too highbrow.
too highbrow where no one's really gonna go there.
And dude, it's like if anybody's listening, please, if you're from the Bay Area, please tell me where are the cool places to hang out. All right, like where's the cool arcades? Obviously there's no more malls or anything like that.
I think the only one. What the fuck is that guy? I want to say like maybe one of the bowling places they have like upgraded, at least some more current ones. But like if you want to look classic, I don't think there's anything like that around here.
Yeah,
not
There's
anymore.
nothing, dude. And that's how it is. That's how the Bay Area is. And I don't know why people want to move over here.
I went to Fremont yesterday, and
Fremont's like over here south of Oakland.
yeah,
East Bay.
And like I went to hang out with a friend, and it was funny because I was going there expecting he was like, oh, I'm gonna go to a coffee shop and try to find parking, and I was like, damn, it's gonna take me forever to find parking. I found parking in the first spot I looked at.
Yeah.
And it was like street side, it was curbside. So I was just genuinely surprised to find parking. It was so weird. And that's like a weird thing to say. And it was Saturday too. So I didn't realize it's you live in the Silicon Valley. It's always a fight for parking somewhere. It's always a fight to get a spot somewhere.
Especially if you're going to that barcade over here in downtown.
Yeah.
So, just right down the street, right here.
Yeah.
Have you been there? Or?
The AFK one or no?
AFK Lounge, right?
I have.
That's not really,
I have been.
That's more of a LAN center.
They play a lot of they play MOBA games there.
Yeah, FPS.
I walked in there. I'm like, this is not my place.
I someone told me about it.
Yeah.
It was an old coworker of mine. Someone told me about it, and I was like, all right, I like the idea. We went there, and it was just people playing MOBA, like League of Legends, like FPS, like you said.
But that's the thing.
So the tables actually have console games, but it's not the same though.
I think that was near the back, and they were playing
we went there in the afternoon. So.
Oh, okay. I went during night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Smash Bros. Tournaments there too.
Yeah.
Every other Thursday, I want to say. The thing is, it's not truly like a barcade though. It's not. I
didn't know what it was. That's why I called it.
It's a LAN center.
Yeah.
PC place. It's not like a. Because all it is just like a LAN center that we used to have back in
Does it call itself a barcade?
Huh?
Does it call itself a barcade?
No, it's just a gamer lounge.
It's just a lounge,
But I mean, it just has alcohol. But it's almost like akin to those the ones we had back in the day. I mean, YouthNet's still around in Sunnyvale.
Yeah.
There was also a Landscape that I used to go to.
Oh yeah.
Indigo died. That was popular for a bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they're just using this. I mean, now it's kind of popular. Now I want to say just for the MOBA, so people actually go play that and Overwatch. They have tournaments there for that as well.
I don't know. Maybe it's just my age, dude. Maybe this latest generation is just getting too old for me. Yeah, I'm not talking about the generation oblivion. I'm talking about the youngsters.
No, I really do think it's just this area. I think the area that we live in, priorities are changing just because we live in the heart of Silicon Valley, so of course we're gonna see LAN party places. We're not going to see so many arcades. Our friend lives in North Carolina.
Oh yeah,
and they have
a barcade.
They have barcades over there. They have a barcade over there.
Hey, Louis, you're right. I think it's just a culture that's changed in the Bay Area.
It is. I mean, and that's not even to necessarily shit on
the culture itself.
The culture itself here. I mean, it's just different now, and that's fine. It's just not for me.
I think. Well, I want to say it's probably more of a case of. It's probably too expensive to pull something off like that here. I mean, you guys go to the arcade over there, and you have it's a big building. I personally don't pay much money to rent that lot.
You have to lease it out, yeah.
And and literally it's just a bar with all arcades. There's no food, or there's food, but there's no restaurant. There's no dining area. So I'm like, dude, and if you put that here, if you had a whole room just full of arcades, they're not going anywhere.
they're out of business in like a month. You know,
because you're not gonna get money off an arcade standalone.
Which is which is surprising how comic shops are still able to.
I don't know how.
In the Bay Area.
That's around in this area.
That's I don't know. There's something behind. There has to be.
Well, no, the reason
there's a conspiracy.
There's a conspiracy. No, I think a lot of it is and I think the comic book stores. I noticed a lot of them are running Magic tournaments or card game tournaments.
Yeah.
And they run the professional ones where you have to buy the cards. So I think that's what keeps them in business.
Well,
every night they have people buying cards.
I have a comic shop near me because I live pretty much in the heart of Sunnyvale, and I have a comic shop that just recently moved.
Moved, right?
And it's called Comics Conspiracy. That's why I was laughing. But it recently moved to like a more prime location.
I'm surprised they could afford it.
Where in
Sunnyvale of all places.
Yeah, and I talked to the owner. I says, "Oh, is it so? What's the rent like? Is it cheaper?" And it's like, "No, way more expensive."
Yeah.
You know what it is? I think I know what it is. It's kind of a double-edged sword because we always talk about these movies kind of oversaturating the comic book market. Like we're seeing like a billion like different Marvel comics. Like we're seeing like Guardians of the Galaxy, which no one even talked about before the movie came out. We're seeing like Rocket Raccoon comics. We're seeing Iron Man comics. Like everything Marvel. I wholeheartedly believe that Marvel is a big reason behind
why comic books are still around.
Why the shops are still around rather. Not so much the comics, at least in this area, because
because for all the people that live here that had like the high end jobs, like here's my fucking comic book hobby.
Yeah,
which I happen to spend a lot on because I'm gonna trick up my house broke.
Or they take their kids to see the movie.
That too.
And then they themselves know about comics enough to like find a comic shop and just buy comics for their kids, because I do see a lot of parents going there with their kids to buy comics, which again, honestly,
that's cool. Yeah,
that's really cool. It's just I don't know, like for me, it's a double-edged sword. Yeah. I feel like they're over. Like I feel like
oversaturation.
It's definitely oversaturation with the comic book market. Excuse me. But at the same time, it's really cool to see these comics get new life kind of breathed into them, and they're surviving now because of this new generation that gets to experience comics for themselves.
Yeah, they want to.
Because if I'm telling you, if Iron Man, when Marvel was beginning to sink around the time that Iron Man came out, I noticed that once Disney bought out Marvel, that's when you notice, okay, more comics are being pumped out. It was complete 180. They what was it? The last non-Disney Marvel comic book thing that I saw was the Civil War, and I was actually talking with my buddy about this. The Civil War is kind of, I feel personally, what was kind of like the downfall of Marvel. Is where the downfall began.
The movie?
No. The
Marvel Comics.
The comic event itself. Because
before they bought it.
It was just a major change. It was just like a complete change for everything. A lot of writers didn't know what to do, I feel like. They revealed Spider-Man's identity. And he went through like a string of like just bad comics after that. Was it Iron Man? Tony Stark's character got completely changed. He was like the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. for a while, and he became an asshole. Captain America was nowhere to be found because he was supposedly dead, or actually rather he was dead. Just all these things. Like it was a separation of heroes. It was heroes fighting heroes. And I don't know. Like I feel like they never quite recovered from that. And so when Marvel. When Disney came in and bought out Marvel, they
gave new life to it. Right?
Yeah, it gave new life to it. It kind of rebooted and jump started the franchise, and they've been rebooting and jump starting it since then. They must have done it like 3 or 4 times over since that began, maybe even more. But I
think it's more.
But the point is, the movies I feel is what I kind of feel is what keeps the comic books alive.
Because that's a good point, though. But don't you feel like the movies are kind of jumping the shark?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I feel like all the MCU Marvel movies.
Like an 8 or 16-bit nipple right there. Sorry. Anyway,
freaking Lois, dude. No, like.
All the
fucking you guys were thinking it. No. What we're saying.
The MCU though is like, and you made a really good point about how Disney kind of saved the Marvel franchise and made these characters all marketable. And they already were marketable. They just were able to sell them now.
Yeah.
But I feel like all the Marvel movies that are coming out so far are all the same. They're all cookie cutter. And it's jumping the shark. If it has already.
They are the same.
I think it's just saturation.
It's oversaturated. And you know what? I'm kind of getting sick of it. At the same time, back to your double-edged sword analogy, I'm getting sick of it, but at the same time, I'm really happy that it's boosted comic books. Because now, I can read a bunch of all these titles, different titles that, like they coming back with like Swamp Thing and Tank Girl, all of my favorite comic books. And before it was just like
those have nothing to do with Marvel though.
I know, but because of the success of comic books.
Yeah. Well, also consider it's like there's so much exposure from MCU and like just knowing that the fact that
everybody else is
comic books are they're able to survive because when the people go to the I see what you're saying. When they go to the comic stores.
They see
that this is out there. I mean, hey, please. I used to. I've been collecting Ultimate Spider-Man since the early 2000s, and I stopped for a while. And then once Marvel brought out Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man, I started collecting it again. But that's how I figured out that there was. Well, I mean, but yeah. But it's because like.
I'd get excited too if I saw myself in comics.
Yeah.
Seriously, right? Hey, it's kind of uncanny that he looks like you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, wow.
I am Spider-Man. But like I saw the IDW Turtles comic, and so like I was able to.
That comic probably would not happen if it wasn't for this new the renaissance, I guess you could say, of comic books.
Yeah, renaissance is the right word.
Yeah.
Because people are just eating up the comics, whether it be because of the movies or because they just happen to pick up comics because they visited the comic book stores because of the movies.
That's because I watched Big Bang Theory.
Oh God.
I hate it, dude, but he was right though. I hate it.
I mean, it's like there's a bunch of exposure there. I mean, to everyone that doesn't like. Because I mean, even in that case,
because they're hanging out in the comic book store too
all the time.
I wore a Green Lantern shirt.
Oh, here we go.
And this is
get the violin out.
First of all,
get the violin out.
Why even? No, it's like at this point, it's like why even wear something so obvious? It's just like I don't know.
Because I like Green Lantern.
Is it Green Lantern or is it what's his name shirt from Big Bang?
Well, I wore a Green Lantern shirt.
Was it already vintage out and everything?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the stupid bullshit like
pre-vintage.
Like fucking what was it? The stripes on the side with the long sleeve shirt that goes underneath it and everything like that. No, it was a regular Green Lantern T-shirt. That I wore to work, and someone looked at me and goes, "Oh, hey, look, you're wearing a Sheldon Cooper shirt."
Wait, hold up, what?
I was like, "What am I wearing?" It was like Sheldon Cooper.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, see, you have MCU, which you have like you have the people that see the comics and go, "Oh, I'm gonna go watch this movie," right? And then you have the people that don't know about it, maybe watch Big Bang Theory first.
Oh, it's that movie with the Sheldon Cooper T-shirt on.
This is
I feel like Big Bang Theory is a companion to all those movies, to be completely honest.
Anyways, after that comment, Louis jumped out the window.
Yeah, so pretty much. Unfortunately, I survived the damn fall. No,
it was the first floor.
But was that so? Was that Sheldon Cooper comment? Was that literally sincere or?
No, it was sincere.
Holy shit, dude! You gotta be kidding me! Really?
It was sincere. He was an older guy.
Wow.
Let me guess.
I'm not gonna say what his name was. Eddie. Edward.
Was it wait? See, how old were you talking about? Like, how old we talking?
Huh?
How old we talking? You say? Can you say it's an old?
He was about mid 50s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I kind of want to say maybe he knows, but then again, it's like maybe he just watched Big Bang Theory.
He watched Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. Okay.
Was he naturalized citizen or naturalized citizen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, okay.
Oh yeah. I think.
That pretty much answers everything. It's okay though. I mean, But anyways, going back to my point though, I think these movies are jumping the shark now. It's just they're just like, let's get as much money as you can until the Infinity War starts. And then after that, they're probably gonna reboot the whole franchise, and I can't wait.
I heard they are. Like I heard that's actually the thing. Is like we're gonna restart.
I hope so, because I want these characters to have more attitude, or not more attitude, more.
Yeah.
I want them to be more like the comic book characters,
More rough around the edges.
Definitely a little more gritty and less like.
I want my X-Men, damn it!
Oh
yeah, real
I do too. The real
real
X-Men.
X-Men. The real DMXs.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I want to see. It's like, okay, it's great that all the Avengers, they're making movies with them.
Yeah.
There's other cool characters in the Marvel universe. Let's see those characters. They're barely getting Black Panther.
Yeah.
How long has it been? And okay, well,
everyone's talking about that guy, but do people even know about him prior to that?
Yeah, well, maybe I shouldn't speak too
No.
much because they're trying to make the Inhumans, and I guess people don't like it, but for me, it's just like.
I don't know. It didn't look appealing to me when I saw a thumbnail of it on YouTube, and I was just like, oh, they look so unhappy to even be in their own TV show.
Yeah.
But none of them are smiling. There's no like.
Dude, if I was Disney,
it looks so bland.
If I was Disney, I would just go to Fox. It's like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
How much do you guys want for X-Men? How much?
It's funny they say it looks bland. It's like, you know what? It's probably just to get the fact that you already seen all. Like, it's not exciting.
It probably
it's
isn't.
not new.
I saw the Defenders.
You're just trying to shoehorn some fucking new heroes and no one gives a fuck about.
Don't get me wrong. I'm excited for the Defenders TV show because I've seen, with the exception of the Iron Fist, I've seen Daredevil season 1 and 2. I've seen Jessica Jones. I've seen Luke Cage.
Those shows are pretty good. I think those shows like Luke Cage and all that are keeping the Marvel MCU, whatever you call it, fresh, dude.
Yeah, because that does kind of I don't know, that does kind of add in the gritty factor to it.
Well, it's not, but they're human, where the Avengers is like everybody is the same character.
Yeah.
Everybody's the same. Everybody's funny.
Everyone's one-dimensional, really.
Yeah, and that's what kids like, and that's cool. I'm not hating on you guys. I just.
Hey man, blame Whedon for that one.
I'm still positive that Thor 2 was supposed to be a comedy.
It was
a comedy first in an action movie second.
Really?
That's what it felt like.
Are you sure you're not
Thor
talking
2?
about the trailer?
Thor 2.
The 2.
Thor 2.
It was supposed to be, because I don't recall
feels
anything
like
Are you sure it's not part 3 you're talking about?
Yeah, because I don't
You guys don't remember that part where he walks into the place
I don't remember it at all, dude.
And he hangs his hammer on the little coat hanger.
Oh, I remember that.
There were so many parts like that in that movie.
But it's just, how long can that fish out of water stick last? Especially the third one now, since now he's just a bro. Like he's literally just a bro now. Like
he is.
Yeah,
but it's just like it's not even. It's like they say, wait, Thor's too serious. What are we gonna do? How do we make him like? He's turning into the Aquaman, guys. We gotta do something. Yeah, that's what it feels like,
Yeah. Well, have you seen the Infinity War trailer?
Yeah,
where it's like
like the 20-minute trailer.
It shows him kind of like smashed on the side of the the Guardian's spaceship.
Yeah, where he crashed into him.
Yeah.
Not the first time he crashed into something, because he crashed in the first one he crashed into the chick's car. He's always crashing into someone.
I think that's why I really like Guardians so much, because other than
the first one or the second?
I like the first one.
The first one was really good.
The first one was really good, but what's his name?
Set that bad tone though.
Chris Pratt's character.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he still has the same, Avengers, cookie cutter personality, but the other characters, had very different personalities that were really conflicting or working with each other, and that's why I really enjoyed the movie so much. And with the Avenger movies, it's just like everybody has this, little quips or little jokes and this and that. And I was just like,
no, everyone has to say something. Everyone has to have a word, your last word. There's no one that can just throw down something funny and then move along.
The comics in the 80s and 70s, they were kind of that way, but even then, the characters still had their, contrasting personalities. And this one, it's just like, come on.
That's why I like that. That's the only thing I like about all the extra Logan movies ever. Mm-hmm. Because at least not Logan movies. I like that Days of Future Past. Yeah. It was a first class, because remember they tried to recruit Wolverine. Yeah. And that was like the coolest way to see him, because he's not like, he just said fuck off. I'm like, oh yeah. Thank you. Give me something that's what I want to see.
Dude, it's like
just be real. There's no hard ass in Marvel.
No. You're right, huh? No. But that's why I can't wait. I can't wait for the next Deadpool movie. Yeah, with the Cable. Because I'm sure Cable's going to have that element.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Has to. And speaking of, what do you guys think of Domino's design?
Yeah, it looks like a dog.
I need to look it up.
The hell are you talking about?
What's it called? Domino and
Domino.
Yeah, she looks like a dog.
What do you mean?
It's just her eye patch.
What? Oh, you mean like Bart from Spaceballs?
Well, yeah, because it just has that patch.
Hey, that's Bartholomew.
But it's not that. It's just like it's just weird because like I don't know. It's kind of weird because they got. There's no real contrast of the thing. Because I looked at the real Domino. She's white, black patch. There's no direct.
Oh, I see what you mean.
There's no like direct reverse. If it's gonna be a black person, give me like straight dark Sudanese black. Yeah. With a white patch. That'd be kind of cool to see. Dude, something really.
This is barf.
Yeah, I like that.
Barf, dude.
I like that. No, it's.
Why is it the eye? How can it be half the face?
I don't know, dude. I have no idea. I think it looks cool. She looks almost Aborigines in that.
Yeah. Well, I see it. Her actual, but her actual character design, she's actually pale skinned and with a dark splotch on her.
It's its own thing. I dig it, dude. I don't know.
Well, let's turn the knob or turn the dial here. Who was complaining that she was going to be a black actress?
I think there were probably a handful of people. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was part of that.
Exactly.
Tell us about that, Louis.
Well,
and I remember we had this discussion before we even found. I was just like, it doesn't matter as long as she plays the part. It's all like Mark.
God damn it! I am going off with a fantastic bullshit. That's
hold on. This is my turn to stop.
All right, sorry.
It's like, look at Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin, dude.
It's only going to get worse later, and you'll see why. Go ahead.
Like, it doesn't matter what color they are or who they are.
But what about
as long as they play the character to the team.
But in some instances, it really does.
Okay, go ahead.
Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm? He's what happened? Was he like adopted or what?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Uh-huh. Should you even have to explain that? Like,
you shouldn't.
Like, I don't know.
Well, okay, if they're gonna be a family, then I think there has to be like an explanation. Yeah. Or should you, or should it not be?
I don't know. Like it takes too much away from the movie time to have to be like, oh well, you were adopted, and so
that's one sentence. That's it.
Oh, fine. Okay, yeah, I get you there, but like, I don't know, man. Like, it kind of just takes me out of it. It's like if they're going for that specific type of a movie where they're all just kind of like misfits that come from like different families that band together like to become the Fantastic Four. Then yeah, fine. Then that's what you're going for. But I mean, the Fantastic Four was always like, was it Susan Storm and Johnny Storm? Mm-hmm. And they were just brother and sister, and then that was it.
Okay, well, all right. So
is his name what? Like what? Oh God, damn!
You're bringing up demons or something.
That's a valid debate, right? Okay, and that's one example. Okay. But what about all the other ones? It's like...
All right, fine. Yeah, Fantastic Four is an isolated thing because they were actually a family, and it's hard to explain.
Hard to explain.
Well, not hard to explain, but it's just I don't know. Like I feel like it's unnecessary. I feel like it's completely unnecessary. It feels like if you guys ever watched Cinderella with Brandy and Whoopi Goldberg and
I remember that.
Yeah, you know, where it's like like oh, we're just trying to do this just for the sake of doing it.
Oh yeah.
Or yeah, but that was just like a complete yeah.
What about The Wiz?
Well, The Wiz was actually cool because it's Michael Jackson.
Wiz was a good movie.
You can't fault that. There's actual talent.
I get it.
But I mean, I like it too. I think your argument could be put on the Wiz too.
Yeah, it's God damn it. He had
not that I will argue it, but I'm just saying.
He had to bring up the Wiz.
Well, the thing is though, no, hold on, no, but wait, but the Wiz though, it was actually made to be.
It was like
it was called the Wiz. It was short. It was supposed to be like almost like Ebonics a little bit. It was actually all but it wasn't called the Wizard of Oz. The movie, you know.
It was a Motown funk retelling of the Wizard of Oz, but I mean this wasn't called like I don't know, the Fantastic Foe.
Yeah. See.
Sorry. Book it, dude. That's the next movie right there, dude.
Look.
So what would the black thing be?
Huh?
What would be the black thing?
What do you mean? Like how would No, don't say it. No, I don't know.
No, I'm asking. I don't know.
No, alright, Alright, I just want to remind you guys that I am black.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, you know what? I think we should just have a little descriptor. Or,
I don't know.
Do a video describing who we are. So,
yeah.
or on the About page, So Louis doesn't have to keep on saying, oh, by the way, I'm black.
No,
or, I'm Latino or whatever.
No. I kid. No, but I don't know. It's just I feel like sometimes it does kind of take away from it. But I think I'm being more and more accepting of the fact that they are kind of changing these characters around.
What?
I think Domino's cool because it feels like it's trying to be its own thing, and not just not just like a chance to be politically correct. It feels like it's a brand new design.
Well, how about this? Because they're not pushing it as one. Because that's the one thing where that's the one thing that bugs me the most is like, hey, check it out, guys. This guy's black now. Yeah. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Don't make it a big deal. Just make
the worst one is
Black
Panther. How they're marketing that.
Yeah, it's diverse when it's
very diverse cast and everything.
We're the first black superhero. Obviously, you haven't watched
Blade.
To be completely honest, I'm kind of glad that they didn't make Domino's patch black, because they're like it at the very least is trying to kind of do a new fresh take on the design. Like they gave her like this really outlandish kind of like curly hair. That's why I kind of think that she looks Aborigine, is because if you look toward, it looks like she has kind of like a ponytail growing at the bottom, like a really big one, and she has like this like.
Maybe you should email her and ask her where she's from.
Well, okay, hold up. So I look at the
She'd probably say she's from Chicago.
Wow. So
Omero's bringing up some really bad memories right now.
I heard that story. That should make me laugh too.
Look! I thought she was from Africa.
I know where you went there. That's pretty sad. But man,
look. I thought she was from Africa.
Hey man, she happens the whole time, dude.
She has an accent.
It happens all the time.
It's like, hey, it happens to everybody. It's just in your case, it's more of no one would expect it. In this case, it would be something a white person would have.
I got definitely the shoe was on the other foot for that one.
But at the same time, it's like, it happens. Yeah. It's whatever. Who gives a fuck anyways, right? Because it was her fault for trying to downplay it. Yeah. It's like, dude, just tell me. It's like, I'm not trying to put you out.
Exactly.
I'm legitimately curious.
As far as I'm concerned, she may have just lived there and then moved to Chicago. Anyways, look.
Yeah, but we weren't even talking about. We were off the context too. Oh, who got the fuck in here? Yeah. Okay, good. He's not bad. He's just one receivers. I can replace him.
So fuck. I guess, man. Going back though, it's just like. It doesn't matter who they cast as long as they do it right.
Exactly.
But look at the Iron Fist. I mean,
yeah.
I think he was always a white character,
Yeah,
right?
he was.
Yeah.
Daniel Rand. Yeah, he was.
I don't know. It's just I'm all for them changing up who the actors are, but my thing is so as long as they're true to the character.
Yeah.
Like they did a Gambit movie and like they casted a black actor for it. Sure, as long as he has a Creole accent and an Arcadian accent.
See, that would be cool though. Like, that would be cool to see. And like, yeah, that makes sense. I don't mind that.
I could buy it,
But don't.
As long as he has like the hair,
just,
who cares if they're dreadlocks or something?
Just don't shove it. Just don't.
Just don't say, hey, look.
When you say that, it reminds me of the Gambit that Phil Lamar voice acted.
Oh.
God, that was a horrible accent. That's the one time Phil Lamar was not good at voice acting.
Wait, what do you mean the Gambit that Fillmore?
He voice acted Gambit once.
He did?
Yeah, one of the newer ones. And I heard it, I was like,
really?
Yeah, I was just like, this is a one-time film because I like Phil. He's really
good.
Voice actor.
Dude, Static Shock.
Every black guy in a video game.
Well, hey, no,
it's true though. I mean, he's like
Aquaman.
Really?
The black one or the white
no,
one?
No, there wasn't any black one.
Wait a second. Wasn't he?
Jesus Christ,
wasn't he also?
I mean, let me go there for a second.
Wasn't he also Green Lantern also in the DC anime?
Yeah. He was a Green Lantern.
That was a good voice for him too.
He was.
But he has that voice. You know that.
It's funny because when you play,
it's like the black version, or he's like Idris Elba of voice acting.
Yeah,
he's like that's like.
It totally is. When you play Injustice 2, when Aquaman and the Green Lantern have an encounter with each other, they're like, Green Lantern says, "Oh, you sound kind of familiar." Like he has a, and so yeah, it's pretty cool.
But I mean, that stuff like that's fine, but like. I'm not on the same boat. Like I really don't care about that stuff. Just don't shove it down my throat.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like we get it, man. It's like, but it's not. It don't be so sensational. It's really sensationalism.
It's a marketing tool now.
It is, but it's just like
it's like we're not racist here. We got a black character.
But we're gonna break some more glass ceilings this way, guys.
Well,
that's now the thing. Everyone's just saying that shit. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Because Hillary couldn't do it, or someone else has to do it.
But not only that, but just like I also like to see more of their female characters being tied. I know they're doing Captain Marvel, but you get tired of Black Widow and what's her name, Scarlet Witch.
But Black Widow's so fun. That's the thing. Black Widow's just bad. It's like she just doesn't need to be there.
But she's just eye candy,
Not even.
It's like I wish, and I'm saying that because I wish they did develop her character, or I wish they actually made a movie for her and not have her appear as a secondary character in everybody else's movie.
Yeah.
Well, Falcon.
Like Falcon.
The big thing behind it was Jesus.
Oh, sorry. His character's really bad because he just gets disabled.
The better
the
better version of Falcon was Michael Keaton's Vulture from
actually
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
You're right though because the suit's
because his suit was awesome.
A whole lot better.
Look what Stark made for fucking
the
Falcon. Piece of shit.
I won't be surprised if the Falcon steals his wings.
He'd have a better shot, that's for sure. Shit, dude. All I seen was
the whole thing's practical. Though. The whole suit was practical. He had claw feet and everything.
Yeah,
it's just like an actual a bat. I don't know. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. Every time I see him, it's like, that's kind of lame.
Yeah. So and I also feel the same way about Scarlet Witch. It's just like.
Just doesn't matter.
I think she's like Candy too, in a way, because I think that's all she's there for. Because she does like. And it's kind of sad that they killed her off and not Quicksilver.
Yeah.
I would have had him more. I would have had him on there.
I'm sorry. I think the other Quicksilver kind of stole.
Oh yeah, easily.
It's his character now.
Of course. But.
Yeah, Fox's Quicksilver is far better.
But.
I mean, he has the attitude.
But he ain't getting that shit back though.
The thing is, okay.
Oh yeah,
he really knows like it doesn't matter at this point.
Disney just needs X-Men back. They could make 10, 20 movies just by having a franchise.
Yeah.
And Fox is just not doing a good job with it.
Mm-hmm. They know they have.
It's almost like
they know they have a property that's really popular. That's why they want to.
That's why they want to. And it's like, dude, if Disney was able
to take all over again.
Yeah, if Disney could buy Star Wars or Lucasfilms for $4 billion and make that money back in the first movie.
They can buy out.
They could buy out Marvel, dude.
Yeah.
Or they could buy out X-Men.
X-Men. This was funny too because even with this Infinity War, they could totally shoehorn.
They had to have Wolverine in there.
Yeah,
at least
throw him in because him and what was it? Spider-Man and Wolverine had adventures before too. Then what I really wanted to do is buy out fucking all the Fantastic Four, buy out Fantastic Four in general.
Yeah,
right for them because they could just shoehorn them in there and say, hey, we're part of the story because of Galactus and whatnot, all the space shit. I don't know. It's like Fantastic Four is pretty much like a Hulk now. I don't think no one wants to try it anymore.
Yeah,
it's a shame though because I think the Hulk has so much potential. At least the new one that they made.
It could. I just don't have. I like to see it.
Dude, I'm telling you right here. I don't care if people are listening. If you're that one listener, dude. Here we go. Here's the blockbuster of the summer: Hulk versus Red Hulk. That is a marketing. Dude, it's right there for you. You don't even have to think about it, dude. So you can go to 7-Eleven and get the red Slurpee or the green Slurpee. Are you on Team Red Hulk or are you Team Green Hulk? Dude, perfect, dude. You can have the Great Hulk in there. You can have She-Hulk in there. You can have the Red She-Hulk in there, dude. It could be Gang Wars all of them. Dude, I don't know why they don't make that. It could be Red Hulk versus Green Hulk. It could have been. Dude, the movie's just right there, dude. It could be a wrestling match.
Because they already fucked it up 3 times. That's why it's unfortunate.
So you say Beetlejuice 3 times and that's it? You know,
you think someone's gonna pick up Fantastic Four again? That's gonna be a long time. I wish they would still. I mean, all it takes is someone competent. It feels like every time
they gotta do like the Skrull invasion or something like that. You know.
Yeah. I'm for things like that for Fantastic Four. I'm so surprised there's no one's going out of the way. It's like, you know what? People are actually into comic book shit now, and they understand how gaudy things can get and how absurd things are. And you know, and if you go back and look at how they did Galactus the first time in number 2, it was like again he was just in an amoeba in space or a nebula. They didn't really try to. It's like, well, we can't just show a giant dude walking around. It's like, why not? People, you know, but mind you, this was before fucking Marvel blew up. Yeah. If it was the case afterwards, I'm pretty sure. Because look at that, in the Thor 3 trailer, they show fucking Hulk fighting that one giant entity, just coming at it, and like, we're supposed to just eat it up now? It's like, well, we couldn't do that earlier?
Yeah. and that's a good point, because like, remember when Days of Future Past came out?
Yeah.
And they had the Sentinels in there?
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, that was so awesome. I'm glad that they were, even though it was the 70s, they used 70s technology to create.
Yeah, it was
but they had the look though. They had that same.
Yeah.
It wasn't 1-to-1 from the cartoon, but they had the purple. It was ready
and
to go.
that just goes to show that you could do it. I mean, the movies is a place where you lose, sense of reality.
Your
disbelief, right?
For sure.
That's why
That's why X-Men sucks at the beginning.
I hope they show MODOK in there, or stuff like that,
There was a cool scene from was it X3 X-Men United where.
I don't even know what happens in any anymore because they're all just blurred together.
Well, there's this cool scene where Iceman freezes. Iceman freezes like this one dude that looks like the Blob, and then freaking Colossus comes and like completely like punches through and like smashes him to pieces, and it was a part of the deleted scenes. I was like, why the hell was this on a deleted scene? And I listened to the commentary, and the guy literally said,
"I'm gonna get pissed off."
The guy literally said, "Well, we were thinking about going with this scene, but it just felt too comic book."
See what I mean?
Too comic book.
See what I fucking mean?
Yeah, dude. And I was like, "You're fucking kidding me! You're kidding me!" It was like it was too animated, too cartoony.
No, you know why?
Mind you, this is before Disney bought Marvel.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. No, this was before Iron Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the thing is, though, that's what's funny because they actually say, "Oh, it's too comic book." It's like, dude, it doesn't give a. Like I understand, it's like maybe during the mid 2000s or 2000s, it was just straight up. Everyone had to be cool. Everyone had to be edgy. Everyone had to be
the 90s. That's how it was.
I'm talking about during that era.
The turn of the century. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. Everyone had to be. Everyone had to be sleek. Everyone had to be cool.
The Matrix type of. Yeah.
You know, but that's the thing. So, like, that's why you had X-Men and everyone had this thing, too. I remember they showed the third one where they showed all this mutants in the background. I couldn't even identify each one, but they were like, oh, look at all they have, all the X-Men, all the mutants that you like. I'm like, I don't even know who any of these are. I can't even identify them.
And that's why I think, Deadpool got it right with, Colossus and stuff like that.
Dude, that's like the best version.
Dude, if Deadpool came out in the 90s or like during that era, dude, Colossus would not be that way, dude.
No.
It's just...
They were probably more human than metal.
Yeah, he wouldn't even change the metal.
Yeah. And it's funny too because he had what's her face had the costume and that looked like an actual 80s like costume. Like
the Teenage Warhead girl.
And it was fucking subtle. It wasn't even like God. It was subtle. Like
Thank you.
I don't understand. Exactly.
That's why I wanted
it's yellow and black or yellow and dark blue, and it worked, dude. It worked.
Damn it! Why can't they just? Why can't Fox just fucking do that?
I know. Fuck you, Fox.
Why, dude?
It worked. You know what? Because
it looks so cool.
Her and Colossus, they look professional. They look like superheroes. Yeah. They look like people you would respect if they came in to try to save the world, right? Not somebody sagging their pants or fucking wearing like a jacket or street clothes, No, that does not work, dude. It's like, you're 18, dude. Unless you're not in the X-Men, I can understand wearing your own clothes. But you're in the X-Men. You're part of, either gold team or blue team.
You know what?
Dress the part.
Well, you know what's funny about that? She looks nothing like she does in the comic. Nothing like she does in the comic.
But see, look,
still
though. But it was awesome.
But see, for me, I don't even know how she looked like in the comics.
Yeah.
So basing off of zero source material.
Yeah.
Looking at her, I'm like, hey, this is straight up. She's an X-Men character.
I know. Just seeing you see her costume is like straight up X-Men.
Like I know exactly what I know exactly what I'm looking at. Like I can identify her in like 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even though she was wearing that one, she was wearing her leather jacket most of the time until the end.
No, it's so true.
But you can still see it. So I'm like, damn.
Here, let me find it for you. Here is...
It's like Rogue wearing her bomber jacket over her suit.
Yeah. And then, they fucked up Rogue.
Yeah.
Rogue could have been a cool character.
No, Rogue is now... They decided to bring Captain Marvel back, or Miss Marvel, or whatever, and they just hijacked Rogue's powers and... or I guess returned it back to her.
So here is what Negasonic looks like in the...
Oh, I see.
You see?
Yeah.
You know what? I think the movie was a little better.
She definitely had that punk look to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like that one just looks. It's like she looks like a clown. At least like in the movie, it kind of makes sense because she's kind of emo in a way. Yeah.
This is awesome. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the fact that she's kind of like she was like kind of just like one of those typical '90s depressed kids or those gothic type kids.
Yeah.
But she's passive about her. She didn't give a fuck. But that was a cool thing about it, right? But she still had to do her job.
Well, it seems like it seems like all the Colossus' sidekicks or reflection of the times because Jubilee was very much a 90s like teenager and Kitty Pryde was much of a...
I was watching the deleted scenes of was it Days of Future? No, excuse me. What's the latest one? Apocalypse.
Yeah, Apocalypse.
Yeah, so I saw the deleted scenes where
they're in the mall, right?
Yeah, I was like, why isn't this in the movie?
Yeah, like why did they cut this out, dude?
The whole time, I think they just left, but then out of nowhere, just Quicksilver shows up at the mansion, and then you see him coming back from the mall.
Yeah,
I'm like, you don't see the personalities at this point. You don't know how they.
Yeah, and it's like they cut that out, but they left that freaking uneventful like credit scene in there. It's like
the one that led to nothing.
Yeah, it's like okay, it's what's his name?
But it's unfortunate because that's
Mr. Sinister.
That's just fucking. I think has to be mandatory now.
Sucks.
Or after credit scenes, I should say, should be mandatory or are mandatory.
Huh. No, they are.
That's all the marketing was for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I don't know if I bitched about it last time, but the fact that they were trying to tell us when you go to the theaters, hey, you better stay because there's 5 after credits. Like, oh shit, we're gonna throw me some Thanos stuff. I better see this.
Yeah.
And dude, the after credit scenes could have easily been woven back into the movie.
Yeah. It could have been the movie.
It wasn't. It's like
like it literally could have been just the ending of them, just the ending, just show all that to the end. Then man, it was just come on, guys.
I think they're just trying to. It's like it's a big cock tease at this point.
It is because I was kind of hoping for it because now they're gonna show the Infinity War trailer, and like I said earlier, it's like how are you gonna How are you gonna show that trailer and have Thanos with everything already?
Yeah.
It's like, where's the lead up to that? Show me after credit scenes of him stealing them from people.
Yeah.
You know, go to the Nova Corps and take it from them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, give me like every single movie for this year so far that's Marvel should have been Thanos getting all the stones at the end.
I completely
Build up
agree.
that hype.
Yeah.
Here's my other.
Because that's the reason why you watch those. Because that's the actual overarching story.
Yeah, you're going. You're
You're trying to see what's leading up to Avengers 3, and they're not showing you in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Guess you have to watch Thor 3, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I have to watch Thor 3 reminds me of Bad Dudes. Yeah. Or no, not Bad Boys.
I was gonna say Bad Dudes.
Not the video, not the arcade game.
Yeah.
The movie.
Beat 'em up game?
They could easily call it Bad Boys 3. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, that's the thing. Like, it feels like when we were growing up, when we saw these new, I was like, they're gonna make X-Men, they're gonna make all these comic book movies. Like, hey, it's about time. And then she's like, dude, it just fell off the boat.
Yeah.
But it's just like movie trends. And then of course it's marketing. And then they have like all these executives that don't know what they're talking about. And you can tell from all the Sony leaks, or you can read emails on how they talk back and forth and how they're really bad at communication.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially even just like informal communication. They don't know how to talk.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know.
And they tell you straight out of college, oh, you have to learn how to write.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to send, good emails and communicate.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, you don't. No one
No,
does it.
they just
People just send a fucking, not even a subject to the email, and just write shit. It's like, oh my god.
So also sticking with the comic book movies, Todd McFarlane apparently is coming out with the new Spawn movie.
Nice.
Is it going to be what I think it is?
I don't know, dude. It's
not-
like he's apparently he's writing it, and apparently he wants to direct it too.
Really?
Yeah, it's good.
And I can't knock him on that because obviously if you draw and compose comics, then chances are you could be a really good director too.
Yeah.
It's almost the same thing.
Well, it's like with Jeff
I mean,
Johns
maybe
with.
you could be a pretty good storyboarder.
Yeah.
Well, they say it's like Jeff Johns with Wonder
It's hard
Woman.
to tell their story.
What?
Jeff Johns with Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, same thing. But I don't know. I have to see a trailer. But from where I stand though, it's like this
Live
one,
action, all right?
Yeah, live action. He says it's going to be more darker and more. I don't know. It's just.
I mean, he has a one-up his HBO series.
Yeah, that's a bar right there.
Yeah.
Have you seen the HBO?
I have
anime
not
series?
actually. No.
I actually,
That's
I
literally
don't have it
one-on-one.
available, but I bought the whole series. Oh, they didn't finish it though, unfortunately. It got to the point where Angela was coming to visit, and I was surprised he even put Angela in there because it's not his character anymore.
Yeah.
But no, the HBO series is like.
Look,
You're talking about anime, mature anime. It's just like, oh, it's a series and all this. Dude, that HBO series, it's like, holy crap, dude! It's for mature audiences.
Really?
Yeah, it's like
HBO. What do you expect?
it's all animated, but it's.
Was it good though?
It was good. I enjoyed it. You know what? Someone told me though it was good, but it felt like half the series was just him saying. Wanda, oh Wanda. It's like him crying about Wanda.
It's kind of like the movie.
Yeah,
so the first movie.
Yeah, and it's just like, man, it's like, okay, maybe the first 2 or 3 episodes, right?
Yeah.
But after a while, it's just like, okay, accept it. You're undead, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see what happens. And if McFarlane does it, I like to see more than just Violator or the clown in there.
Oh yeah.
I would like to see like Overkill or.
I hope. I don't know if I'm gonna be the only one that would see it.
Or one of the angels like Tiffany.
They better get if they're gonna have Violator, they better get John.
Oh yes.
I'm sorry, he was.
Yes.
I gotta admit, he was like you watch him like that's the reason why Spawn the movie was actually kind of watching.
Yeah, it's just to watch him, right?
Yes. No, it's so true. It's so true. God damn it.
He's a little better now, so he's manageable.
He was young then.
Yeah.
He did some movies that maybe.
But see, the other thing, question I was gonna be Michael J. White.
I don't think they're gonna do. That'd be
the best.
cool they did, but I don't know.
Oh, you fucker!
I don't know. Is he? Does he still look like he can play the part?
Dude, he's pretty.
Yeah, dude, he's pretty jacked.
But the thing is,
he was recently in Arrow, right?
He's gonna look burned anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
Oh, that's true.
Just how they could have got Mark
But
Hamill to play the Joker.
Yeah, but can he move around? Is what I'm saying. Like.
Well, I mean, he's fit. I'm pretty sure he could.
He was recently in Arrow. I think he should be able to.
To be honest, though, it wouldn't even matter because they don't do all the action scenes anymore themselves.
Yeah.
Except fucking Jackie Chan.
If he does it, I hope they have Chapel in there too. That'd be really cool. Chapel was in the animated series, and dude, he was like, I liked him because he was like the antithesis of Al Simmons. Like he was like a super, even though he was like a black soldier, he was a super conservative, like right wing, kind of person.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool because Al Simmons was by the book. This is like they're talking about where Al Simmons had to like protect the president, right? And like a Chapel comes in and is like, oh, so you're doing the job for a Democrat, and like, and Al Simmons all like, a president's a president. I don't care who it is,
Yeah. Wait, was it Al Simmons as Spawn?
No, he was still alive.
Oh,
it was like
okay,
one of the first episodes.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah, I wish they had like they have that kind of a dynamic in the movie if they include Chapel in there.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking shit.
Hey, so since we were talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, I noticed that Batista's been getting a lot of really good movie roles, and I discussed it with my friend Mark, and I was saying I think he's going to eclipse The Rock.
He's earning well on his way, in my opinion, but it's just that his roles aren't big enough yet.
His roles are not big enough, but I think they're more quality roles. Or his roles are
he shot
quality
straight
movies.
to the top, though.
Who?
Batista.
Yeah, but he showed his chops in Guardians of the Galaxy as a character.
So he's in Guardians. He was in a James Bond movie. He's going to be in the new Blade Runner.
That's what
he's filming a movie with Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster is a pretty big actress.
Yeah.
And in The Rock, what's he's been doing? Oh, he did Baywatch.
Career-wise, he's doing. I feel
well.
like he's doing a lot.
The Rock. I shouldn't take anything away from The Rock.
Quantity-wise, he's doing well, but quality, Rock is not doing good.
Yeah,
no. He's not the Arnold that he thought he is.
Yeah, I know. What I'm getting tired about The Rock though is that I hate that he's carrying around this facade. Like
he's the shit.
Like and don't get me wrong. Arnold had the same thing. There was a character that he carried around when he was doing interviews and stuff like that. But it wasn't so obvious.
But he was more motivational too.
It was more Yeah, you're right. He was just like,
it's funny, because he sounds like a typical. When you hear him talk, he has a really good agenda. He wants to help people.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy when you hear that from him. Like, damn, and from an action star, it's like you don't see that other side of him.
Arnold's smile and demeanor seemed more genuine to me, even though it was a facade, or still is. But with The Rock, it's almost like, he's forcing it.
I work out all the time. I'm good. I can do everything.
Yeah.
When you really can't, because he really.
And if people like that, that's cool. But it's just for me, it's just like.
No,
it's like I can't imagine him doing a series.
Dude, everything looks good. Everything. Oh, I just got tricked. No, everything looks good on social media. That's why for him, like Arnold didn't have that back then. He had to rely on his movies, his interviews, his personal appearances, and maybe paparazzi. But that's not really big. Yeah. Social media, though, The Rock, it looks like he's doing everything because all he needs to do is just take a picture of him flexing. Hey, look what I'm doing, guys. Look what I'm doing here. Mm-hmm. He's not really what is he really doing? He's not really doing much.
Yeah, but the thing is,
he looks like he's really busy.
And he's the highest paid actor of all time.
He should.
But I think producers, get his gimmick, whereas Batista, I think he's more genuine, and I think his acting chops, are if they're not already better, I think they'll get even better. And I think that's why he's getting more respectable roles.
Well, it seems like he has. Well, I can't say he has more range, but off the bat, he does have more range than The Rock. Because The Rock, the only time he played not himself was...
Exactly. He plays the same person in every movie.
Well, he plays himself.
Was it Doom?
Yeah.
Huh? Was it Doom?
No, that's still The Rock.
You're right, huh? What was it that he played himself?
I mean, the only one... No, I can't say The Rundown. I mean, that was good.
All of them. Even Jumanji, he's like the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. Journey to the Center of Earth, same thing. I mean, maybe Get Shorty, the one where he plays the gay guy? That's probably the only one.
There's that one, and there's also the other one, the Painting Game.
Painting Game, that was good.
He was playing a character.
Because he was playing like a super Christian bodybuilder. He wasn't playing The Rock.
Yeah, he was playing like it was almost like a pushover.
He was a born again Christian. He had to play everything safe.
Yeah.
And he wasn't dumb. It's just people can take advantage. He could be taking advantage of.
Yeah.
Because I mean, all the stuff he was doing, he probably would have done otherwise. But Mark Wahlberg was just telling him how to do it.
Yeah. So I think, I don't know.
But
I just think Batista, there's a reason why he's getting the quality roles. They're not the biggest roles, but there's a reason why, he's not in Baywatch and
But that's why I'm saying I want to see. That's why I'm saying I want to see him do an actual role where he's the actual lead, not even a co-star. Because Guardians of the Galaxy, he's just still part of the group, and I gotta admit, number two, he was kind of. It's like we get it already.
Yeah, I mean they played up to his strengths in those movies, but it's like for me, it's just like I didn't see him as Batista. It's like he's Drax,
Yeah, that's
whereas a Rock, it's like it's a Rock in Baywatch, or it's a Rock in
or in Fast and Furious.
Check out my charisma, guys. Dude, the Fast and Furious is probably the biggest role that he is the Rocket.
Yes,
he's the same guy, dude. That's why it's so easy. He doesn't even have to act.
Yeah.
It's just like
act tough.
I see where you're coming from.
But that's the thing. Like when you have someone like Arnold, where you have a movie like, sure you have Terminators, but he doesn't do much, right?
Yeah.
He almost plays the same kind of person.
He still plays it, but he never played. He never was like him. He was always someone different and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, he did different roles and he acted different all the time. Either way, he had that silly accent.
Well, like Kindergarten Cop versus
Twins. Kindergarten Cop or Commando versus like what he was in True Lies.
Yeah.
True Lies is probably like his best fucking movie. Period.
Well, but you have a good point there. I think in many ways, I feel like he does play the same character, but it's that character that's putting in different situations.
It's very
like in Conan, like in an adventure movie like that, or like in a jungle movie like Predator, or like you say in the kindergarten room.
Yeah.
Whereas a Rock is just like, I'm in the helicopter. I'm the Rock in the.
I'm yelling. I'm a hard ass. I'm yelling.
They don't challenge his character by putting him in different environments.
Well, they rely on his charisma. That's why. That's all it is. Because that's what people eat up.
He doesn't. I don't know. It's
just people
eat
it up.
Yeah, regular people now. I mean, after seeing him how he was in wrestling, and then how he came out, it's like, oh yeah, The Rock's pretty good. I loved him in wrestling, and he was great. And then after he came back, it's like, dude, now he just thinks he thinks his clout can do everything. Like, dude, his clout. I don't think he has it anymore.
It's just going to get old, dude.
Well, I think it's becoming more and more apparent, just like the Marvel movies. It's like, you have a good gimmick that you're going for. Yeah. This is really cool. Oh, crap. Wait, no, it's getting old now.
Yeah. And the difference is that Arnold has the ability to reinvent himself.
Yeah.
And be successful. Whereas Rock, I've yet to see that. I mean, I guess he would reinvent himself into an actor. But
how would he, though?
But he hasn't done anything where he can actually...
Where he pushes his acting chops, I'm sorry.
Yeah, which he doesn't really have much. I mean, I don't know if you've seen San Andreas. I mean, fucking shit.
Same thing, right?
Yeah, and it's gonna be a sequel. And
the fecal?
Yeah. But the thing was like, dude, it's so unbelievable.
Well, I'm interested in seeing how he's gonna play Black Adam. And
I think
it's gonna be the same thing, dude.
In the Shazam movie, but I mean, that's so I've heard he's still playing Black Adam.
Because I mean, I'm curious if people are actually noticing that after Baywatch, you can see like, you know what, The Rock isn't a pull anymore.
Yeah.
The movies suck, dude. He should, with his clout, he should already be picking movies that he wants to do.
Yeah.
Not movies that he has to do.
Or he thinks he can make good.
Yeah.
Which obviously can't.
Yeah.
And it was funny too, because all it was just a comedy. It wasn't Baywatch.
Yeah.
I mean, Baywatch.
It would have been better if it was an actual like a 2-hour episode of Baywatch. I think that would have been really cool.
It would have, and you can still make
with those characters, of course.
Yeah.
You know.
But you can still make it funny at that point, right? So,
you can still have humor in it.
But it's just. But no, that's the thing. It's like The Rock is just shit.
So, on the topic of wrestling actors, what do you guys think about John Cena doing a spin-off movie with Bumblebee from Transformers?
I'm okay with
Seriously?
that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
I'm actually kind of interested. I'm actually want to see if John Cena doing a movie.
No, but
that's not the Marine.
This was funny though. This is funny because John Cena is already doing way more than The Rock did in the short amount of time that he's been acting. Either way, he's been doing a lot of comedies. He's actually not bad. He's actually pretty funny.
I really think John Cena is more charismatic than The Rock.
Yeah.
He carries himself really well. I don't think that guy is fake for 1 minute when he's doing his interviews. I think he's really genuine when he does his interviews and he talks to people.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he's the number one Make-A-Wish person. Because that guy is funny.
He probably cares.
He cares. Dude, that's what I like about him.
I didn't realize that.
But that's the one thing. But that's also what I like about him too, because it kind of sucks that because I like him at least in wrestling. I know Mark says he doesn't like him at all, but I told him.
Yeah, I know. Shout out to Mark.
Yeah,
who cares?
Well, the reason why I say I like it is because first of all, he's the one that could go out there, accept that people don't like him, and accept the people that still like him.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's like technically the baby face and the heel at the same time.
So what is it like? Why is it that?
Because he's too clean.
He's
and the
this
fact
goody
that
two-shoe thing. He has this whole Captain America.
Yeah.
Oh,
but also at the same time, he got pushed hard by Vince.
Yeah.
So I mean, as you know,
he got the Roman Reigns push.
Yeah, but it was longer than Roman Reigns. It took a while. He had to go through the whole John Ritter rap on it. He kind of put himself down.
But there's a reason why.
When I first saw John Cena, it was around the time
when he was bigger.
Yeah,
that's what he was.
No, it's so true. What was it? 8 Mile had just come out, and I feel like he was trying to do that.
He was a bad guy.
And he was trying to do that B-Rabbit thing, and he was just like this whack ass fucking character that no one really liked, and then he just became super lame and super cheesy. And then I think that's, I don't know.
But you know what? He got that huge push, but I think his work ethic is the reason why he got that push.
It's the reason why he stayed there.
Yeah, he's,
the fact that he's doing what any other wrestlers are probably doing the same thing, but he's the one that actually goes out of his way to sit down and do all the good stuff that the company's trying to do.
And
I guess you could say he's loyal to the company, but at the same time, he's just using it as a platform to just help people.
Yeah, I think that's why he got the Transformers role, because I'm sure producers are like, dude, this guy's worth ethic. Don't complain about anything. He's there on the job.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm actually really excited.
I've seen him in a bunch of random ass fucking things.
Oh yeah, but
you just seen him in I think there's a couple of comedies he's pretty good in.
He was in that Trainwreck movie, I think.
He was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
He played
the little roles he has.
A dumb
really
jock.
funny. Yeah.
That shit was fucking funny.
He is funny when he has his roles.
Yeah. Well, he did the other one too, where he played the younger Dolph Lundgren in what was it?
What?
You gotta watch it. It's called because Adam Sandler did movies on HBO. He did one called 7 Days in Hell.
Uh-huh.
Oh yes.
So, but he also did a new one, which is the Tour de France, but it's called the Tour de Pharmacy, where they're all cheating. And then Dolph Lundgren's character is John Cena.
Oh, I gotta watch that, dude.
Yes. Yeah, and he's doing the accent and everything. Yeah.
What's the name of this movie?
Tour de Pharmacy.
Okay, I gotta watch that, dude.
I want to see 7 Days in Hell. That looks like, how was that movie?
It was pretty good, but see, that's the thing. It's just like an SNL skit about sports taken to like an extreme level, and it's pretty funny.
Max Out Sports.
Yeah, and it's just like stupid funny, and you don't have to really take it seriously, because I want to say like maybe Tour de France or the Pharmacy kind of it wasn't as good as 7 Days in Hell, but I can see what they're what they're going for. It just kind of fell flat. They just didn't know how to. It just feels like they didn't know how to finish it.
Oh, I see.
But it was funny though. It was good. The John Cena parts are by far the best.
Oh man, I'll check out this trailer later. But I
love and Jeff Goldblum's parts.
Oh yeah. But that being said, I hope he does really well with the Bumblebee movie, and I'm sure he's gonna be driving the Camaro around and everything, because he's a muscle car kind of a person. Yeah. So it's gonna be cool. I like to see how he is. I think it's gonna be fun to watch him. Being an actor.
Yeah. I mean, I want to see him do real stuff. I mean, I already know he did like serious action roles, which I don't think suited him in my opinion. I think he needs to just do real roles, because I think the reason why he did the acting roles is probably because he's an actor, he's a wrestler, he can do all this, he can do these actions, he's the next Rock for us. But really, he should just really do real acting. Just he's huge.
I wish and he's going to do a lot of like typecasting roles, but I wish he'll I wish he'll take the chance and take other roles that'll challenge him. More serious roles or more comedic roles or something like that. I think he has it. His work ethic definitely shows that he could do it. He has Arnold worth ethic.
And it's funny too, because when I think about it, I think he could probably pull off. Wow, I'm always missing these. He could really pull off. I think if he really learned, or at least I want to see him get a better acting chops out of it, or what he's doing now. But I'm pretty sure he could pull off a new Conan.
Oh yeah.
He could straight up beat Conan. Because he has a physique for it, and I think he can actually, he can just talk well. He's not. When you see him, you can kind of, it's more believable than seeing The Rock. You're like, oh, it's just Scorpion King.
Yeah.
But that's what's funny about it. The Rock. He's still up there. He's still profitable and everything. But man,
This chicken's getting old.
It is.
As much as like a Rock, it's getting old, dude.
Yeah.
He's becoming like Hulk Hogan in the movies.
I think. You know what probably did him wrong. I think is probably the fact that he got that huge to begin with.
Oh yeah.
I think if
New York Rise.
Yeah. No. I'm talking about physique.
Oh yeah.
The way he ballooned up so quick. I mean.
Yeah, he's on roids.
Yeah, obviously, because he has no one to check him anymore. There's no reason for it, right? But the thing is, though, after he did Doom, he was a slender Rock. He kind of, he didn't look intimidating all the time. Because when you see him in everything else, it's like, oh, he's just always intimidating looking.
Yeah,
he's probably,
like when he's in the Scorpion King versus now what he is in the.
He's Hobbs in every role, dude.
Yeah, but then he's always the big, big, muscle dude. But then when I saw him in Doom, it's like he still played the Rock, but at the same time he was so believable.
You know what I always equate it to? It's the Chris Redfield transformation.
Yeah.
Between between Code Veronica and Resident Evil 5.
The punching boulders version.
Yeah. It's like the last time you see Chris Redfield in a Resident Evil game was, I believe it was Code Veronica. Was it?
After what, the first?
So yeah.
I'm not too sure. That's something you probably had to CJ.
Yeah, well, anyways.
But at least in 5 is when he shows up.
But yeah, Chris Redfield, he's toned out, but he was never like.
No, he was busted out.
Fucking bulky, bulky as shit. And then all of a sudden he shows up in RE5, and you're like, "What the hell happened?"
It is not, and it's funny too, because you
can see his muscles through his flak jacket.
Yeah.
What?
Well, he's just ripped. It's just funny too, because it just more it just solidified the fact when he literally punched the boulder.
Yeah.
And that's actually what you're supposed to do. It's not like, oh, let's do another thing to do. No, that's part of the story. You got to punch the boulder to cross this bridge.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the Rock transformation to me. It's just like he came from this, he's good shape.
He was modest.
So yes, to like over a goddamn bearing.
And what other thing really scares me about the Rock too is the fact that when the Baywatch reviews came out, and obviously he got panned hard because it's not a good movie, but the fact that he was defending it hard.
Yeah, how you reacting to it? That's to me, it's just like...
It's like, dude, come on, man. Like,
accept it, dude. It sucked. You should have known it sucked before.
Yeah. And it's just like, maybe he thought, like, he struck gold. Like, you know what, it's mine. Because I don't know if he produced it or not. It might not be. But it's just one of those things, like, dude. It's like, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. Like, we get it. You're cool and everything. Like, everything you say is inspirational and whatnot. But then once you start talking shit to people and, like, being passive-aggressive, and then telling people, hey, stop using these girly emojis. And like, dude, it's like you're really insulting a person by using an emoji because he's a man. He's like, He's like, don't be a woman, like, use an emoji. You're like, dude, what the hell?
Wait, I didn't hear about this.
Oh no, it's just all the stuff I read. It's like all the you got to read his Twitter. Like, But anyway, there's one where the guy was giving him a tweet, and he put the thinking emoji at the bottom, right? And I was like, okay. He's like, and the guy said, hey, don't use that thinking emoji. It's so girly, whatever, right? Like who uses that, and what man does it, right? And then it's funny too, because like the first thing I thought about was like, that's exactly, that thinking emoji is exactly how he looks like when he was a Rock, because he's always like this. Like you did it all the fucking time.
Yeah.
But it's just like one of these things, like it's just sad that he's just being that passive aggressive. It just seems like, dude, you're kind of better than that. And now you just showed a side of you that no one really should see.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. And I think that's why someone like Batista, even John Cena, are going to eclipse him, dude.
Yeah, and it's like, you got people that actually, aren't fucking fake. And you can tell that genuinely enjoy what they're doing. At least Batista, for sure. I know he likes what he's doing. I mean, just to see him do what he did in that Guardians of the Galaxy music video, just to have him in there without a shirt. And he's not even as Drax, he's just as himself. So, like, I mean, so like stuff like that is cool. So, but then again, I want to see how he does in Blade Runner. Let's see how that turns out, because I don't know. I'm thinking it's gonna be a really small role, but I kind of hope he knocks it out of the park.
I like they interviewed Batista, and they're saying that on the first day of the filming, he went to shake. He was there with what's the other actor that's in the movie?
What movie is this?
For Blade Runner.
Harrison Ford.
There's Harrison Ford, and who's the main actor?
Or Brian Gosling.
Gosling, yeah. So Brian Gosling and Batista go meet Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
And Harrison, he goes say, "Oh, hey, I'm Batista," and Harrison Ford gives him like the cold shoulder, doesn't even greet him well. and yada yada. But he greets Ryan Gosling. It's like, oh hey, how you doing? This and that. And then the next day, Harrison Ford comes up to Batista. It's like, oh hey, how you doing? It's like, you ready for this project? And apparently what happened was like they think that Harrison Ford thought he was like the bodyguard or something like that.
Oh.
And he didn't know that he was actually a character in the movie.
Really?
That's some shitty shit, dude. That's like...
Get the hell out
And then like
of
the
here.
next day, he greeted him really warmly and everything like that. So
Yeah.
it's just like,
Well, I mean, I can't
but that's
blame him.
cool. I mean, that's cool that he can have a physique like that and still be, still have be a good actor, in my opinion.
Well, what's funny about that too is like,
Wow.
I wonder if it's just maybe because he's just out of touch. Maybe he doesn't know who he was prior to that.
It probably is.
'Cause,
Yeah,
I mean,
he wasn't big enough. I mean,
It's kind of hard to imagine, you know.
and I think that's what Batista said. It's like it's probably because he didn't know who he was at the
Yeah.
moment. So, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm interested in seeing what movie he's doing with Jodie Foster because, like I said, she
Almost
doesn't.
like Contact 2.
I don't know, but she's pretty limited. She only does one movie a year, and when she does a movie, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
So.
I wonder if it's gonna be a Hannibal movie. That'd be crazy. Imagine, that'd be cool to see like Batista be like a serial killer or something, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's wow. That'd be cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check out this cutscene. Am I gonna make it?
What?
Oh.
Sorry.
Try it again. I got all this fourth down. Do it. Let's see real quick. Oh shit! Now I lost yards. No, I'm not gonna make it. Oh, there you go.
There you go. So here's something that me and my friend Mark were talking about. Changing gears here.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the popularity between Mario and Sonic. Why new Mario games are received so well.
Yeah.
And are able to branch off and, it was a big step from Super Mario World to Mario 64. And Mario 64 became a really good game. And obviously it has something to do, classic. Sonic, you had Sonic 1, 2, and 3, which was the same game basically.
Yeah.
And for me, it's just like it fizzled after that,
Well, what do you mean Sonic 1, 2, and 3 was the same game?
It was the same. Okay, you know what? Yeah, Mario, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. And then Mario 2 was different. You had different worlds going on, right?
Yeah. But
Okay, it was similar, right? But then you got Mario 3,
Mario 2
where
was
you
another
actually
game, though.
scrolled. Okay, but you have Mario 3 where you scroll the character around the map and you can decide where you want to go.
Yeah.
Sonic, to me, as much as I like it, I'm not bashing on it.
Yeah,
as much as Sonic is more the 1, 2, and 3.
My blood pressure is already rising.
1, 2, and 3, I think, were like rail games. I think they were more like a rail games. And the reason I'm saying that because even back in the first Mario, you could jump around in worlds. You could take this and pick your own path. Mario, there's 3. Each level had 3 paths. Up, down, bottom.
Wait
not Mario,
a
I mean
second.
Sonic.
That was the overworld. I mean,
Sonic.
was Mario never a? Was Mario 3 not a go from left to right and then finally
It was, but the thing is, I feel like Mario 3 was, in Mario 3 and those games, they put in the whole, what's called the idea of exploration in there, especially with Super Mario World.
The way you're trying to explain is like there's still that choice for you in open world.
Yeah.
And the game's totally is non-linear. You remember you had the warp whistles and everything.
Yeah.
But the game itself, like the stages, those are still linear as it's Sonic.
Yeah.
But when he's talking about like they had that exploration, like, you know what? I could go this way, or hey, I could. What is that stage over there? Remember we go to the Bowser's stage where I told you, hey, I never been to that castle. How do you even get there? Stuff like that. You want to explore that. You like that mystery.
And I think that's why the transition from Super Mario World to Mario 64. Because Mario 64 was more of an exploration. There's stages you go to and everything. And I think that's, honestly, it was a great game too. It was the first of its kind. Over Tomb Raider, that's just another argument right there. But but with Sonic, as a fan, I feel like Sonic just stopped after part 3. It's like I don't think they were able to push it or
they tried, but no, you're right.
I always wanted a Sonic 4. But
there will be in a week's time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Unofficially, yes.
Yeah. But yeah.
I mean, and that's what I'm saying, and I think maybe that's one of the reasons why, Sonic is riding on PlayStation's and Nintendo's coattails, and why Sega's not making. Well, why Sega's not making consoles is a different reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
All right, but.
I guess that's kind of unfair to say about the console because then it's gonna. I think that's why I want to say Nintendo's like hella, at least not respect, but just more like out there and actually, what's the word you were saying? What's the word you said earlier? Like more about Mario, more well received. I say, or you said. I think it's because there's actual avenues to play all over the places. I mean,
yeah, it's more of exploration of the
game.
Yeah.
But also just the games in general, the franchise, it has a platform for itself. I mean,
it does.
You can't. Sonic, for instance, like I bet you if Sega still had a console for itself, I'm pretty sure there'd be a whole slew of different types of Sonic games.
Sonic is a Toon mascot that is surviving.
It's still surviving, yeah.
Yeah, that's still surviving by its own merits. And but you're right. Like, Mario has an entire platform to himself. I mean, you have handhelds.
Yeah.
But there's also more chance for diversity off of that because they already made an RPG. They made the other RPGs.
But see, they could have done that with Sonic too. They could have made.
Well, they did. It's just now it's but the thing is there's
a little too late.
Yeah, because you had that disconnect from after Dreamcast. You didn't play any Sonic games. You didn't think there was gonna be Sonic.
So
games
you think it made us suffer
out.
from the failure of the console games? Right?
Yeah, because there's no exposure. Because Sonic didn't appear until GameCube. That's when not even PlayStation. It was barely GameCube when it first appeared, and Dreamcast was before that. It was still GameCube or 64. So you had a whole generation.
What do you mean Sonic didn't appear again until GameCube?
Well, there was no games. Remember because Dreamcast was still out, right?
Oh yeah.
And then a whole generational gap until and GameCube came out.
And then again, those were just re.
And they're rehashes.
Yeah.
But then again, it's funny too. Ultimately, to Merle's point, those weren't even that. There weren't even that much. Those were all linear. You just went from one stage to the next.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad because.
Well, Sonic Adventure added a little something different, and you had the hub world where you
had the replay value with the Chows.
Yeah, well, there's the Chows, God, but then there was also the hub world where you kind of you go from you go through Station Square, you take the train. This is for Sonic Adventure, by the way.
Yeah, the first one. Okay.
Yeah, and then you take the train to different places. I mean, it was trying to be like Mario 64 in that respect, where like
the castle.
Yeah. Different locations had different levels, like the Windy Valley in the ruins area. Or Station Square's area had the beach side where you got chased by the killer whale. And then there's different things like that. I mean, again, not as well received as Mario 64's jump into a painting and all that stuff.
But honestly, all that shit was a little too late. I mean, I think a Sonic Adventure came out way after that, and I mean, those were the established at that point. 3D platformer Mario was already a thing. Plus,
well, I also think that the glitches didn't help either.
Oh, the quality.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was during the time where they laid off the whole Filipino workforce, their QA workforce.
It's possible. Sonic fans were still, myself included, accepted a lot of the faults of those games. So in that respect, I kind of do agree with you. Sonic's it's been hard to find its it's been trying to really hard to find its way.
Its groove.
It's his groove.
I mean, I don't even think he could get it back. To be honest, the way the game is to begin with is what it is. It's I don't think you can get people like it again.
Yeah, well, anything besides kind of riding off of the nostalgia of the old Sonic games.
Yeah, with Sonic Mania.
Sonic Mania.
Maybe that'll bring it back. Who knows?
But then again, that's just the same.
Yeah, and this is what we're talking about when it came to Mega Man 8, Mega Man 9, 9 and 10. Just that, but but then also I guess Mighty Number 9, for instance, that's another one that's just the same. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. That's
they're going to try something really drastically different.
I think the only point is that you could still sell the same game and make money off it.
You could, but at the same time, what I'm saying is that
to keep it fresh.
But the one problem though, what I'm going to see with Sonic Mania is I'm going to like it a lot. I'm pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be back to it in 3 months from now.
Well, that's every gamer nowadays.
Well, yeah, but I can still. I'm hoping that I can still play and see oh man, I can still be playing this, instead of being I'm just gonna bust out my my Genesis emulator and play Sonic 3 instead. Like, I'm gonna see if that actually happens because I'm worried that it might happen, and I really hope it doesn't. Cause I want to see, because that means if it doesn't do it to me, that means the game did really well and they got the job done. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm still skeptic right now. I think I already passed the honeymoon phase of the hype, and now I'm kind of worried about the game.
Now you're worried about the first 2 weeks of marriage.
Yeah, well, because I'm just worried because just some of the music, and I'm like, okay, now I guess you really see the parts of it that aren't as interesting.
Talking about Sonic Mania?
Yeah. It's just one of these. There was something I saw recently. I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. But we'll see. I'm gonna reserve it till it comes out for sure.
Yeah. Well, what do you think of the special stages?
I didn't even see them yet.
Oh, they look pretty cool.
Are they unique?
Yeah. No.
To the game?
No, they're not. No, they're not. It's like a mixture of Sonic 3 and then Sonic CD. Remember, like in Sonic CD, where like it had the back view, and then like he was like running along.
Like the platform shit or something like that. I don't know.
It was Sonic CD like for the special stages where you would it would show the back of Sonic, and then he would be running, and then it would have that that what do you call that? Is that a mode 7 where it's like where the mode 7 type of graphics where like everything like kind of like moves around you? It's like
that's weird. I don't know what?
You never heard of mode 7?
No.
Where like the whole background and kind of like moves around you here. Let me just find it.
Is that an excuse for 3D back then or what?
Yeah, it kind of was. Well, it was a 3D effect. But yeah, I don't know. Here like this.
Yeah, you gotta show me this shit because honestly,
So it's like kind of.
Dude, it's just a fucking racing game.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's kind of like F-Zero, but I mean, but this was something that Sonic Mania did.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping.
Sorry, not Mania. Sonic CD did.
I'm hoping. I don't know. I gotta see it for myself now. I was actually keeping my hopes up for the original Sonic 3 special stages because I like that game mode.
I feel like they have that though.
I hope so.
Let me see.
If they don't, well, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's gonna suck if it doesn't, but because that's the most, in my opinion, like that. Those special stages got to be the ones where. Okay, there we go. Then we're set. I got no problems.
As long as it's what you want.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, it's fun. It's not it's fun. It's not super hard.
Yeah.
It is hard. You just have to understand where to go.
Yeah.
But it's just fun when you just have that rhythm. You just like how fast you're going, you know where you're going, and you gotta. I like the fact that I have to think and anticipate. Okay, if I'm gonna turn left, I gotta know where I'm gonna go afterwards.
Yeah.
And that's when you have to plan it. You boom, 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 and jump on this, ping on that, jump over a wall. Like, oh, that's man. That's what I like. But we'll see though, man. I still don't even know about the. I don't know, just about the game itself because I'm so curious if it's choose a stage every stage, or if it's actually a linear progression, or maybe the first 2 stages you choose which one you want, and then from there it's linear. But who knows? I just really hope it's not choose every time or just like, hey, go to this stage and play all the acts.
What could make Sonic fresh again?
Like.
Just like instead of like the stage by stage,
like genre wise, or you're talking about just the game itself and then applying new stuff to it.
The game itself applying new stuff to it.
Okay, so were we talking side scrolling still, or third person, or maybe both?
Side scrolling and then third person.
Like generation style, like we can, or maybe you can swap on the fly.
Yeah, because I don't know, like as much as I love Generations, I feel like I only like it just because of the concept of classic Sonic versus new Sonic.
Yeah, like the game.
Because I bought that game for $60 and it took me 5 hours to beat, and I never returned to it.
Yeah, same here.
So
I just beat it. I'm like, yep.
Yeah, and like I bought it because it was Sonic, obviously. But I mean, in the concept of
and
it.
not to mention, I'm in the same boat because what sold me was the fact that it was the original Sonic. Like it was 3D side scrolling. But it was the original game. Oh, that's
yeah.
Fun.
But the reality of it is, he didn't even really play like. It didn't even really play like a classic Sonic game. It was a retooling of the
stages. Well, I didn't even know the stages. Just retooling the area.
The
like Green Hill Zone was just like not the same really. I mean, I think it was the same, but it wasn't the game.
The mechanics itself didn't feel right. It felt a little on the stiff side.
Yeah.
Like when I played when I was playing Sonic 1 recently, and the controls felt good. Like, you know, I don't know, like
I like how you say controls. It's more like control.
Yeah.
There's like really not much going on in that game.
But like it's I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it felt right when I played Sonic Generations.
It was just something.
It
was just like that.
His actions were too immediate, and he could stop like almost instantly. And
I see. Instead of like the braking.
Yeah, he sped up too quickly and he slowed down.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. You know what? You can totally blame. That's probably just the way they built the engine, because it's still. I'm pretty sure they built it around the 3D part aspect. So they're like, well, we're just gonna throw it sideways, walk it, and still have the same engine.
So you're not really playing you're playing him on a 2D plane, but it's still kind of the same thing.
Yeah, it's not the same feel.
Because he still had homing. At least I think he did, didn't he?
I think so.
Well,
I remember he had. Didn't he have the Sonic boost, like the actual boost? Probably.
No.
I could have sworn.
No, he did in the 3DS version.
Okay, yeah. But see, that's the thing. Like, going back to like the original question, I don't know how. I honestly don't even think there's a way to make it fresh again. I mean, just how you can't make Mega Man fresh again.
Yeah.
Like, there's literally no way. I mean, maybe make Mega Man an actual action RPG. That'd be kind of interesting. I mean, Zero tried to do it, but it wasn't. It was just more collecting to upgrade gear, not collecting it or not attacking to get new levels or not. I mean, to do that with Sonic, I don't know how you can even apply something like that. And there's even a point. I mean, there was that Bioware one that came out for the DS a long time ago,
which didn't
even make a
really
splash.
Great. I mean,
the fact that Bioware on the titles made people want to get it. That's the only reason.
God damn it! And that game was kind of a heartbreak too, because, you played it and it was trying to do the whole Mario RPG aspect where you have to like time the button presses to get extra damage in.
Which is fine. I like that. Yeah, I like that active playstyle.
Which is amazing. But the thing is, you had to use the stylus to do it for a while. Like you had to use.
Okay, blame Nintendo. Don't even blame that.
I know.
Because you know what? I'm pretty sure they had zero intention of using the stylus.
Yeah.
And they said, you have to use it.
Yeah.
Kind of how every week you have to use it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know how we should play games.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what they're telling you.
It's so true, but God damn, that was such a letdown though. It's like, damn, dude. Like,
it's funny too, because you had Bioware all over it. You had that shit Plasma on there, and look what happens.
Yeah.
Names don't do shit. But then again, Bioware is not. That's ass.
Yeah.
That's another story I don't want to get into.
And Shadow was in the game too, and that was bullshit.
Well, I mean, you gotta. It's an RPG game. I guess you gotta have characters to use, right? In your party. I know. I get it. Yeah. I guess.
Still dumb. Although I do like. There was.
I have a feeling Wednesdays I'm gonna turn to a Shadow fan just to spite you.
Oh God! Please don't. Please don't. No, but there was this one part. There was this one cool part in the game where you first meet Shadow, and in like Sonic's like, you can't oh no. Shadow says, I may not be able to outrun you, but I can. But I don't know. I'm definitely.
Outbox you.
I can outspeed you.
Yeah. I can, with my stupid hover skates. Yeah. Oh God.
Well, wasn't that the whole shtick? It's like, oh, you know what? It's not that he has these like powerful boosters. I mean, he's as fast as Sonic, but his only edge was using chaos control.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Like I'm in tune with chaos or whatever.
Yeah.
But whatever. I don't know why I'm talking about that.
I know. Seriously.
Sorry.
On silver, dude. Ugh.
Dude, there was someone even there.
It's like running outside.
Yeah. So here's something that's bugging me, or bugged me again this past week.
What's that?
Apparently they took Mario wearing his sombrero, his poncho off the cover of Mario Odyssey.
They did?
Yeah. Let me.
Wait, we actually.
I'll show you, Daniel.
Yeah, let me show you real quick.
No,
they took it off.
Switch windows here.
No,
it's still in the game, but they took it off. Oh my gosh!
All right,
And I don't blame Nintendo.
You're lying.
Nope.
I don't blame Nintendo because they're probably just, it's a fail-safe for them, right?
Sure.
Because they, just in case they do release it and someone complains and be like, oh, well, can't.
Let's see. First article right here.
See, look at this, dude.
So here's the actual box right here. I think this is it.
Uh-huh.
So here's
Look
the
at
original one, right?
Okay.
See right here?
Yeah.
That area is right
Yeah.
there. Which it looks fucking awesome. I don't know what the fuck.
I love it, dude.
And then here's the. Oh, that's not it. Where's it?
That right there.
This is the remake. This is all they replaced it right here. This is all
Mm-hmm.
they changed out. I mean, granted, it's just the intro to or it's just a box art.
Yeah.
But imagine if this was a game and they took the ability out just because of the hat.
Yeah.
I love the hat, dude. They even make an amiibo of it. I'll buy it, dude.
Yeah.
And
it's funny too because it's just there. I mean,
but it's like, look at this. It's like, look at the game, the actual game clip right
oh, the
there.
one on top.
Yeah, and it's just like, that looks like fun, dude. It's just like,
Yeah.
I don't see anything offensive about that.
Mm-hmm. But it's funny too because I
They
think
took it out, huh?
Yeah, but
Or
they took it out without
off the cover.
They took it out without. It's just to update it, but it's not. I don't think it was. Well, we can assume it is, but it's more of a case like, hey, I think it's just someone noticed and say, hey, let's make a big deal about it.
I saw IGN like previewing this game and they were playing it and they were in the same world, and like they're like, oh, we could buy his hat and we could buy his poncho, and it's like blah blah blah. You need this to get into this room. And it's like, well, they were beating around the bush,
What?
trying to describe what it is,
What? What do
Are
you
you
mean?
serious?
Yeah, I know. It's like, and they're like, oh, this is terribly entertaining, and this and that. And I'm just like, dude, it's a sombrero, dude. It's fucking. He's in the Wild West.
Yeah, for
And he's
real.
wearing it, dude.
This is how you can tell that people are from the fucking Silicon Valley, because everyone's all super fucking scared
Of saying
to
something.
fucking say it's a sombrero.
I know.
It's a sombrero.
And there's no taco places in Silicon Valley. I
God
guess.
damn it! No, you know what it is, Homero? They just fucking say it behind closed doors, like D.L.
Oh.
Hughley said.
Yeah.
You gonna say it right? You gonna say it right now? Or you're just gonna wait till you get to your car to just fucking say it?
I know, dude.
God
Dude,
damn
okay.
it!
So
God
there's a taco
fucking
truck.
damn it!
There's a taco truck called Loco Tacos or something, right?
Yeah.
And guess what you see on the vinyl wrap of the truck? Straight up, just a dude, crazy looking Mexican with a crazy ass sombrero.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's
I don't give a fuck.
It's almost expected, dude. It's like, I mean,
That shit fucking drew me in.
it's
God.
they're kind of like.
God damn it.
It's if you go in the Southwest, if you go to New Mexico, Texas, Arizona, it's acceptable to see a sombrero or something like that.
Well,
being utilized to advertise something.
You could say for advertising purposes, but like as a fashion item, it's not. No one uses it anymore. All the rancheros wear the actual cowboy hats.
Yeah.
Which probably would have been like, okay. Now imagine. Let me do this play real quick. But imagine. Oh, they got this shit. Imagine if instead of sombrero, and we're just so playful and whatever. Now, I think that might be a problem, which I still wouldn't mind because it'd be fucking hilarious.
I still don't.
But if there was a ranchero version of Mexico or of Mario, straight plaid shirt, the 3 buttons undone, belt buckle, cowboy hat, and boots and jeans. And some paint
I still
splattered
think
on
that'd
it.
be pretty cool, but still, I
No,
don't see what your point
but
is.
that would be way worse.
Yeah.
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 Like, because that way, that stems to cartels and whatnot. I mean,
Yeah. But.
know?
No, what would be really offensive, I think, or seriously, what people
Jesus.
should be offended is that like he, dressed up as a cholo, it's like,
Oh yeah, just as hella dumb.
oh,
Like,
yeah, it's like, oh hey, what's up, Holmes? It's like, no, dude, he's still the same Mario, and he's just wearing a sombrero, dude. It's,
yeah,
like,
man. Not to mention it's a Day of the Dead themed.
it's a Day of the Dead
stage.
thing, yeah.
And that's and
it's like-
apparently that's not bad.
I know. It's like I don't know what's up with IGN, dude. It's like I'm sure
not-
Nintendo's one of your big sponsors,
It's not even.
and
it's
you
not
can't
even
be
bad,
upfront about this costume.
Yeah,
But
I
already
don't
know.
see why they can't just they couldn't just get the goddamn costume and play the game as fucking normal.
But
Like,
I mean,
why couldn't they just get the like you said they were afraid to like get the costume, right?
We could buy it, yeah. But
Well-
when they're buying it, it's like they
They're afraid
they
to say
refuse to call it a sombrero,
What were they calling it?
a hat.
Just a hat?
oh my
Yeah.
God.
So you wear this hat, they can throw it around and do
That was
this.
a self-censor shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is
Fucking
just stupid as fuck. I just want to shoot
I
myself.
don't know,
right
dude.
now.
It's just for me, it's just like there's obviously there's a lot of Latinos that play, video games too.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of kids are gonna be like, oh, it's like, hey, Mario's wearing a really cool sombrero. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Or not even that, dude. It's like.
Welcome to the Silicon Valley, where everyone's afraid to say racist things.
No, it's not even that, dude.
It's
to your face.
It's just California.
To your face.
Okay, dude, it's here it is, dude. This is what I'm trying to say. When Street Fighter 2 came out, right? Or when Alpha came out, dude, the Japanese kids, Asian kids didn't pick Ryu or Tel Lee because they're Asian, or the Indian kids never picked Dalsum kids. He was India,
Yeah.
I never picked T-Hawk because he was Mexican.
Yeah.
I picked a character that looked cool.
Yeah, I picked T-Hawk because he was freaking big.
Yeah. So, that's the thing.
I picked Dazlin because he can stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, the thing is, it's
where you're more enticed about his abilities more than where he came from.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, I don't think like Latino kids playing these, Mario Odyssey is even going to care. Some of them are going to be like, hey, cool, Mario has a sombrero.
Yeah.
Other people are just like, who cares?
Who the hell cares?
Game,
It's a hat. It's a fucking power up.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. It's just a power up. It's not just like, oh, he's wearing it because he has to wear it there. It's like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, I also, another things, I understand.
I think, you like to use
the suit in that stage.
In that stage, yeah.
But, see, the one thing I could totally see if maybe they made like a Mexican stage, or let's say it's not even a Day of the Dead, it's Day of the Dead.
It's a celebration, yeah.
Yeah, but to have a Mexican stage and just make it Day of the Dead, that's like the safest way to do anything, really, which is fine. I mean, it's a cool holiday they do. The thing is,
they made a movie about it recently.
Yeah, they made a game about it.
Yeah. Grim Fandango.
Oh yeah, Grim Fandango, and what was it?
The wrestling one.
The wrestling, yeah, it's the Metroidvania one.
Guacamole or
Guacamole.
And
that's awesome, dude.
But see, no one.
Game's sick. You should check it out.
But see, then this is funny. No one gave a shit about that one. When that one's even crazier, it's more appropriating than fucking that.
It totally is. No, it totally is.
It's just taking like luchador stuff and just taking it next level.
I'll show them.
Look it up.
Let me show you how it looks. I mean,
it's a sick ass fucking game too. I like the ability to like you can beat up your enemies, and then like when you're done you can do like a finishing move to like throw them in a direction, so it's like boom 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 boom. Mm-hmm. They're weak enough. You grapple them, and then you can like throw them. Like
I'm hella hungry. If I'm putting El Guacamole.
Yeah,
I'm just hella. Man.
Oh, this is awesome, dude.
Oh, this is funny. Let's get
just get a YouTube video.
Yeah, fuck getting pulled off. I don't give a shit. Fuck YouTube. We upload on YouTube. Let's see. You're probably not gonna hear it, but we'll just show you like a trailer.
Yeah. Or just like some gameplay.
Trailer should be. I think trailer has gameplay. Let's see. Sure not.
Yeah, from PlayStation, it's fine.
And it's a ton of little video game nods within the game too.
Oh yeah, there's
like you see like the Street Fighter one right there.
Well, the super, and they have that Super Turbo Edition.
Yeah.
Now look, sombreros. Oh, look, chupacabras.
See, you can like grab them and then throw them up and sideways and stuff.
Cool, that's powder ever. And see, this is all Mexican. And people complain about one little sombrero.
Mario, of all people?
On an Italian of all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool, man.
But see, the way, I mean, and you have actually Mexican town, like the overworld, you just go like the actual tub hound.
Now, see, this is really cool,
And it's cool, like they got I like the whole Aztec motif they go into, like the ruin shit. But it's like all this stuff's like really cool. Like, I mean, but then like I don't know how, like no one gives lip to this. Yet you see it, yet one little hat will fucking go nuts.
Yeah, or they don't want to talk about it,
Yeah. I mean, and if you think about
it actually looks like a fun game to play.
Maybe
we should play that one.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
But that's the one of the things. Like, I was like, why do you? Looking at that, for instance, is just one of those things where like, come on, guy.
The thing, the thing that really upset me about that IGN, preview of the game, and I'm only picking on them because
no, feel free because they don't.
The thing is, the thing that upsets me is that they were they were beating around the bush in regards to describing the hat and what it could do in the whole world and and this and that. And it's like by not outright calling it a sombrero or a poncho
or what it really is,
or what?
No, just saying what it really is. Like
what it really is.
Yeah.
It's like ignoring it, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, there's no such thing as.
That's even worse.
Yeah, you're just ignoring the culture. You're ignoring it. It's like, at least say, hey, look, it's sombrero. You know, Mario's wearing a sombrero. It's really cool.
That's neat. Yeah. But no,
but
look at this wide-brimmed hat from.
It's like
Mexico.
they're so afraid that I know.
Can we say Mexico?
I don't know, right?
Is that
from south of the border.
From
Central America.
Yeah. And like that's the thing, though. It's like by ignoring it, and you know, I don't know. It's just not really a.
Again, it's the whole thing is you're just gonna.
Why are people like IGN are so afraid to even?
Because they say it behind closed doors. They don't want to say it out loud because it'll get them in trouble. Or they think it will get them in trouble.
No, it won't get them in trouble.
It won't. But
they're afraid of the backlash.
Yeah.
You know why? And plus, they have all that money. They need to keep their money on their website for all the ad revenue.
Well, dude, it's like it's a video game companies that are fucking providing the money for the ad revenue. You know?
Yeah.
Why is it that they can't talk about a hat or they can't be like vocal about this, but you got games like Street Fighter 2 or even 5, and you have all these. Like no one talking about how they in the new Brazil stage they replaced the Jesus statue with a football or a soccer ball.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah. I don't care. I understand that if they had the statue there, it would probably get more controversial.
But you also got to consider too is like at least like the Star Street Fighter universe. I don't think it's always been like fictional because there's Metro City.
Yeah.
And then when you see that background, you're like, well. It's obviously he's not even supposed to be any type of thing, to be honest. But
But
I mean that's a good way. What I'm trying to say. That's a good excuse as to why it's not the Jesus statue. Mm-hmm. But
for the purposes of it being not the real world.
Yeah, because it's not a real world.
Yeah.
It just has the same look.
Yeah.
It's just this is the thing though. It's like, dude, if these games are gonna have it there, and then if they pay your salary, then talk about that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But. Don't act like it doesn't exist, dude. It exists, dude.
It's a hole that the whole game industry drug themselves into.
It's like they're walking on eggshells, dude. It's
Yep.
like, oh, I gotta say the right thing, I don't know, and it kind of, and you know what I think. This is another day of talking,
What's that?
in regards to these video game reviewers and movie reviewers, especially on YouTube and online. Where it's just like they're not afraid to be critics. They're afraid to be critics,
Yeah.
Like I remember not PlayStation magazine or Xbox magazine or Nintendo Power, but if you read like the other video game magazines in the '90s, they'll tear your game apart if it sucks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And nowadays it's like, oh, this is a good game, well, this and that. Oh wait, this publisher didn't pay us enough money. Oh, this game is terrible.
Well, you know what?
This sucks, dude. And that's what's destroying. I think that's what's wrecking this the industry.
I mean,
it's making people lazy, the game developers lazy, right?
Well, I think
complacent.
One thing I guess Virginia point out, to be honest, is that back then, there was only a handful of magazines, and there wasn't that much competition.
And there was hardly no internet. Yeah.
Yeah. So once the internet came out with online magazines or online review sites, then you had competition. Then you have it's just a whole new meta pretty much for the whole advertisement. So now you gotta have articles that you be pushing all the time with this game tag onto your advertisement. As when it goes to a magazine, you had to pay to be on there. Now that they're paying you to, it's just really weird to me. But I just think now it's there's so much competition that everyone's trying to be good now and trying to be all safe.
Are they trying to be good? Or
they're trying to be good for the company. They're trying to be good for
good image, right?
Yeah, just to have a good image. It's just sad though. I mean, but you see a lot of YouTube not low quality, but low view ones, or at least people that have a small following. They get to the point, which is good. But the only problem with that is that they just have an angry shtick the whole time, which.
What were you trying to say?
I just don't enjoy it. It's always
it's a gimmick, They're not real.
It's blatantly a gimmick.
Yeah. Even if they are really pissed off, I was like, dude, it's not. It's you're not really fooling anybody. No one cares. We don't need to be as outraged as you are about something like that.
Well, you just see some of those, some of the thumbnails of those videos, and there's just like a person like literally screaming.
Yeah, but it's not even that. And the reviewer or anything is not even remotely close to that, or yeah, it's just fucking weird, man.
Do you think they're writing off of the whole AVGN?
They did when he started. He was the first one to do it. I mean, the first popular guy. I mean, I'm pretty sure it might have been like another guy that just didn't blow up and did the same thing.
And he did it well, dude.
Yeah.
He did it flawless. I mean, obviously, you can't say flawless because he's the first one that did it. But
he did it. He did it where. No, you're right. He's not flawless. But when he did it, it was just a lot of heart. It was just like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah. Even though he kind of exaggerated a little bit, you could tell that he was mad at this stuff.
Yeah, and he was having fun with it too.
Yeah.
But see, back then though, he could do that now. Well, then also even back then, the game review wasn't even a game review, to be honest. It was just he was just angry about every little aspect that's annoying in the game.
Yeah.
You didn't even get like he only got up to the dam. I mean, granted, not that I expected him to get to the game.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what you see is like you're just complaining about everything on the way there, not really talking about the game or maybe talking about how the actual difficulty is,
And the thing is like people see that and they're like, oh, I could do the same thing. And it's like you could do the same thing, but you're not gonna have the same heart.
Nope.
Well, only because you're already thinking about money.
Yeah, you're thinking, well, he got successful, then I could be successful.
So what's going on with that? Speaking of money, what's going on with Angry Joe right now? I know we're like
Daniel knows that.
YouTubers.
Oh yeah. I mean, I watch his stuff. I mean, actually, I've been watching his stuff since it was a while ago, before he actually made it big.
So what's going on with that?
Apparently, because
you got haters.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen. I think before we can start, this is where I think where YouTubers need to actually calm down and when they get hella huge, they need to learn to actually get an agent or a manager of some sort
to manage that shit.
Just to manage that, because you're the one uploading constantly. You're the one communing all the time.
But maybe they don't have enough money to do that.
Maybe not. I mean, I guess you could say that because a lot of them do the Patreon thing, where this is another way to just get money.
Well, but not only that, but YouTube is making it really hard now to.
Very hard.
They're just putting chicanery on everything.
Yeah.
You have to be like as big as fucking what's his name, PewDiePie, to make something substantial.
Yeah. Well, now it's not based on views. It's all based on view time now. So that's why you see a lot of people kind of cheating it, where they just make a long video of your bullshit, but it's just a view time.
You know what? I've noticed that.
They put the real content at the end of the video.
I've noticed that. I'll be watching like a review or something, and I'll be like, all right, cool. I want to see what this game's about. Awesome. Oh, they're saying a bunch of stupid bullshit I don't care about. Oh, they're actually putting in their like their supposedly cut outtakes at the beginning where like they start stumbling over their words and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then kind of making it like comedic and everything. I was like, I just want to get to the fucking review, and I'm watching this thing, and I'm like, okay, wow, 2 minutes in. Let's just fast forward to the review. Oh, cool, look, there's gameplay now.
So, yeah, that's exactly what's happening. I mean, actually, a better example of that's Nostalgia Critic, because ever since he got hit with the copyright shit, he had to review everything without footage.
Oh, I know. He acts out everything now.
Yeah, which is worse.
Well,
I mean, it's pretty bad to begin with. You know what? I don't even want to talk about it. Let's get back to my point.
Well, but the thing is like I figure it's obviously it's when YouTube started incorporating ads, kind of wrecked everything. I mean, I think before people just did it out of fun, it's like a hobby, but now it's just like, whoa, this guy PewDiePie is making millions. I can do the same thing. No, dude, that guy, That guy was at the right place at the right time. Yeah. And he just happened to have the personality to make it money,
That's true.
All right, so...
But back to Angry JoJo.
We should, we'll wrap it up with this last topic.
Yeah.
And look, before we actually do start the Angry Joe thing, like I said, we should really keep it to, like, when they get really big, I really feel that they should really just get hands off and stop being so personable at that point. Because honestly, you're just providing a product. You shouldn't... I understand.
You shouldn't care about what people say about you.
At the same time, and you shouldn't really interact with that. Yeah. No one interacts with that.
Yeah, but a lot of them are kids.
But also at the same time, don't acknowledge it by disabling comments. Or don't acknowledge it by making a video. Don't acknowledge it by being passive aggressive.
Yeah, you got a good point there.
Don't acknowledge it by being cryptic on Twitter. Don't acknowledge it. Same thing on Instagram. Vice versa. Because that's what I think we're having. Which leads to the Angry Joe is the fact that dude's been doing it for 9 years, and granted, the actual reviews do take time. And obviously the fact that he's really brutally honest about his shit when he reviews things. That's why he never gets review copies, because no one wants to give him, no one wants to give him the shine for that. Because honestly, if game developers were actually really good or actually cared about the product, actually knew they had a good product, they would actually go out of the way and go, hey, give it to this guy because this guy could at least tell us what the fuck's wrong with the game.
Yeah.
In his opinion, which is all it is opinion. It's not, sure, he might sway people because I know he does tell people, hey, go out there and buy it. Go out there and don't buy it.
He gets the whole certified.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, he actually tells you why not. I mean, he tells you, what, maybe rent it, try it out. If you like it, cool, whatever. But, he actually tells you absolutely what you should do and not do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but honestly, I don't think that's going to stop the game from failing.
No.
I mean, it's just the guys just being honest. And it's not going to go viral where, Angry Joe said it sucked, everyone send it out to everybody. It's not going to happen like that.
Yeah.
It's going to people that like the game. So, that's the thing, though. But that's the reason why he's doing all the reviews, right? And they take forever, and then again, it takes longer to make them when he has to get the game the day of. And also, he says too that he actually plays the games and tries to beat it to completion.
Yeah,
which is pretty commendable because a lot of reviewers don't, or at least with the review copy.
They get a good they
but,
play a good portion of it.
But I mean, the review copy guys, when they get it long and like in pre-release, they have some time to put their minds into it and somehow churn out some political article that's nothing to do with the game. But for Angry Joe, for instance, like you have all this shit where you had to deal with getting the game day of launching the game, playing it at least for a week, and then reviewing it.
Yeah.
Which is also another part where I think that's his fault where he actually get costumes, he has to deal with the gimmick shit. Which in my opinion doesn't really have to. What he needs to do is just stay out.
It should just be him, dude.
It should be.
I kind of got tired of seeing his friends on.
His other friend, Little Joe or Other Joe.
Other Joe.
Yeah. Little Joe.
Yeah. Well, there's a guy named Little Joe, or it's like his little sweatshirt. But Other Joe, he's actually surprisingly that guy is actually he knows what he's talking about. It's just he doesn't let him talk.
That's his show. Maybe Little Joe should make his Little Angry Show.
From what I've noticed every time, it's really hard to watch his stuff when he's with other people, especially when it's not scripted.
Yeah.
Because Angry Joe always tries to come in and stop what they're saying and then say his piece, and he always cuts people off.
Yeah.
And that's what's But anyway,
he's not a really good moderator in that respect.
So, that's not even the. Well, besides that, so like he's making the reviews, right? He has all this the gimmicks and the the skits or whatever, which obviously take time, and also add more time to it if he can't get it in time, which is kind of his fault. We should probably prepare way ahead of time. It's like, I want to make a skit for this game when it comes out. Maybe I should get all these things first and maybe plan out a skit, or even just have the props for the game. Besides all that as well, he's been there for such a long time, and I guess people got angry over time because he's doing all these things, which he still releases a lot of good reviews over the course of the year, a good amount. Not like where he maybe does 10 and then maybe like 3 the next year. No, he's kind of consistent, which is fine. I mean, but people subscribe to his channel for those. But now he's been doing I'm doing movie reviews, I'm doing my Game of Thrones show, I'm doing my reaction videos of trailers, video game reactions. I'm doing my.
So he's working full time doing this shit.
Yeah, I mean, you can't blame him, and the fact that he actually goes to E3 and he does all this shit himself. I mean, you can't fault him for that either. He's doing. In my opinion, at his state, he should probably be finding a way to work somewhere else as a video game journalist.
Be more professional, right?
Yeah, instead of doing the show, because obviously he knows what he's talking about when it comes to games. At least in my opinion, I can understand where he's talking.
Well, how's it that he's able to get into all these places then? Because
he's still be able to get in as a thing, but the last big thing, the last time he went the VGAs, I want to say, he got invited to, he got roached he got torched by fucking Jeff Keighley. Their kids was interviewing, but because he was trying to get in, to ask about the stuff of why the VGAs suck, or he just asked these hard questions, but he just gave him all these corporate answers, and he just didn't let him. He didn't take any debate during that live interview, and that's why, I think he can still do all these things, but it's just like he doesn't. He needs to.
Got it.
He needs to get there, but they barely slowly bring them back now. Like for the YouTube, he ran the YouTube one. I forgot for what channel, but he did one where a Jeff Keighley was there, 2 other people. They were talking about the Xbox Live or Xbox One conference, or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's all other stuff. I mean, I'm veering off. But the thing is, though, this guy does this for 9 years straight. I understand. Granted, I still feel like the way he said, I need a vacation is kind of, I don't know. I can see what he's doing more fun than actual 9 to 5.
Well, you get burnt out of it. He needs time off.
I can see that, but if you're
he needs to recharge his batteries, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that's totally understandable. But I think is what struck people the hardest is the fact that he made a video saying that, I'm going to go on vacation. And I'm still gonna make my reaction videos, blah blah blah. First reaction of this, Game of Thrones stuff, movie reviews. I'm still gonna do all that stuff, but just not the reviews until September, so the games come out. Which he gave a reason why, which was the games aren't it's like a slump at the end of summer where there's not that many games coming out, so it's not really much to review. And he says he went back and looked at the other years, and every time in August he never really did one. But besides that, people are just on him because of that vacation thing. And then prior to that, he made a video where he was saying, I'm going to set a set schedule. We're going to have this many reviews a day or a month. And people are holding him to it because apparently they assumed that he said he promised it, but he didn't. He just said, hey, I want to do this. I want to try to follow the schedule, which he ended up not doing anyways. I think, to be honest, so for a person in his state and only his friend, then he's doing all the work. He's not going anywhere with it. So, he can't. I don't think he has enough time to,
Well, I think he should limit himself to, certain things,
He should, but it's more like those other videos. Like, it doesn't really take that long to do. I mean, it's just he just does the review, the movie review. Do quick cut edits and then throw it up. Their main reviews or it takes way more production to do.
Yeah. When he's like acting out and everything like that. It's the green screen.
Yeah, get the game footage itself. I mean, over time he's been slowly getting YouTube footage instead because I don't think he can get it himself. Mm-hmm. But all that being said, from where he said, "Oh, I'm going to do a strict schedule," to the point where he stopped doing it because it's kind of he did 2 other videos about it. Then he made one where he did the vacation video, and then from that point on, he went even worse, where he started talking about the reviews and how he's actually addressing the commenters. This is where he fucked up. Mm-hmm. He actually went out of the way. What we're gonna talk. It's us versus them mentality now.
That's stupid though. You never do that.
He shouldn't even acknowledge it. He should have
been the bigger man and not.
But and that's the thing. Now he turned off his comments and now in the likes and dislikes. So you can like or dislike. There's no counter for it. Which also at the same time I feel in the comments section. Well, actually, comment section I'm 50-50 now. But I want to say for the review likes and dislike meter. Like that's honestly that doesn't have to be public in my opinion because ratings are public. Offhand, like off the bat, mm-hmm. They're made public by the publisher if it's good or not, or just by where they report to. But to have like something on there all the time and saying, "Oh, this thing sucks," already off the bat, maybe I want these analytics for myself. But just because it did that, they think it's such an attack on the viewer because he took it away from.
Damn.
But
like what do you say to the commenters though?
No, he just told us like, you know what, you guys are just not you. He blanket. I'm sorry, he's just blanketing on all the negative commenters saying, you guys are just dumb, you guys are just being like,
he has to understand. He understand who his audience is too.
Yeah,
they're all kids, or there are also probably a lot of people that don't obviously they are not the kind of people that will say that shit in front of your face. They're cowards.
Yeah.
And he should know that and not feed into it.
Fell into it. Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's his fault.
They're trolls and stuff like that.
And it's funny too. Like, I mean,
he should know better,
Yeah.
But obviously, maybe he just cracked a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it happens. Maybe, but then again, like it's funny because if you look around the times, like, a lot of YouTubers seem to fall into this miasma of just like, hey, I'm doing all this content, and then it gets to the point where like they're not feeling it anymore, and they're trying to, they lash out, and then I think it's the stress of the work, and then they want someone to lash out to, and they lash out at the wrong people.
Yeah, because, that's a good point. Yeah.
And they lash out they lash out at their viewers,
with the fans,
and with the assumption that they're gonna accept what I'm saying, 100% because we've been cool for
the diehards. Well.
Oh, the diehards were for sure, but there's some people on there I get read like, oh, you lost a subscriber, blah blah, because I'm only here for the reviews. And that's kind of childish too. It's like, why is it hitting subscribe on any YouTube channel does not mean it's not you spending money on anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's just something that'll show up on your feed.
Yeah. And recommendation.
Yeah, and no, it just will show up on your my system or
you don't make money from subscribers.
Yeah, you don't.
You make money from how many times they watch your stuff.
Yeah, view times.
To subscribe, it's just you said, it's to show up on your feed.
But it's just people. They feel like throwing the subscriber word is fucking the end all be all. It's just
because like his stuff will still show up on their feed, but not on like their subscriber feed.
Yeah, exactly.
They'd be like, well, if you like this stuff, you're gonna love his stuff.
Oh yeah. And But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I just, you know, and you're right. I think, you know, they shouldn't fall for it. They shouldn't fall for the bait that you know, their fans are getting into. And you know what? And then there's also, I think, the reason why they make so many videos because maybe they want that stream of income, whatever it is. But they have to also realize it's like, dude, you can't. You have to give yourself a break. You can't, you know.
Yeah.
Always be running 100%.
But this is that's when it turns into a weird topic because how do you give yourself a break when you're doing something consistently? And
we took a break for a 2-week break.
Well, yeah.
It was out of our hands, but still.
But it wasn't because
we got tired or anything.
Yeah, it's just we just happened. But then also we're just starting out. Think about it. Let's say there's a professional channel. Well, that's kind of thrown out there. But let's say like his Angry Joe show, for instance. Mm-hmm. And let's say he didn't say he's taking a break. He just said all of a sudden he just discussed content, and out of nowhere it's like, oh, where's there's 2 months there's no reviews. What happened? Now he has to kind of address that in a way. But it's just one of those things. How do you take a break as a YouTuber?
He would need like somebody else to help him.
Like a ghostwriter or like something equivalent of a ghostwriter.
Well, yeah, because like, you know, there are also those YouTube teams where they have like a team of hosts and like they'll be like, okay, well, I'm going to take a week off, and it's like, oh, don't worry, you know, we still have these other guys to do it. And
it's funny too because I think he could probably do that. I just like, but then again, it's his Angry Joe show. It's not Angry Other Joe show. Yeah. Which I would,
you can still have another host. And
no, you get totally. I mean, people accept Other Joe now. It's like a lot of people say they don't like him, but honestly, I like him. When he talks about movies, he knows what he's talking about more than what Joe would say.
Yeah.
But
I think regular Angry Joe relies on the gimmick of being upset. I see what you're saying. Other Joe's definitely more down to earth.
Yeah, no, but that whole anger thing. That I mean, I could tell him it's genuine at this point. But he doesn't even do it. He doesn't even. And he only did it way back then because everything he did was like he picked and chose what sucked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now it's like, hey, I'm just gonna check in and try it out, and now I'm actually giving it an honest review, which either is good or bad. Mm-hmm. You can't really fault him. It's just that title stuck. In my opinion, he should probably he has enough subscribers and views to actually change his channel name, and I think he should actually reinvent. Like he should probably redo it, reinvent himself to be something else. Just be, you know, another channel. Don't be Angry Joe. I think a lot of people. Put themselves in a hole. Like AVGN, he's definitely in the hole just because he's Angry Video Game Nerd. It's like, well, now can I make a review about anything else? No, I can't. I'm stuck.
You're right. Tries.
Yeah. Well, like our channel name is really like ambiguous in a way because it's just vaporware, but it's not like we're not angry vaporware, we're not happy vaporware. Hey, we're retro gamers, guys. Yeah. You know, I mean, it still means something from the past, but it's also still kind of relevant today because a lot of these can still be a vaporware.
Yeah.
I mean, other thing, but it's also funny. I think we're even talking about another YouTuber when we're starting out.
It's I was gonna say it's very
it's what we see, you know. Yeah. And it's like, you know, we understand. We already say how hard it is, and you know what they're going through. Where we're just talking about, you know,
how to approach
it, or how they could, you know, what's going on. You know, I don't feel like we're critiquing them.
Yeah.
No. We're no place to be critiquing them.
Well, in my opinion, I think we kind of should be. In a way, because I mean, if you're doing something like him, for instance, for such a long time, you kind of tend to go blind as to what's really the problems, and no one's really, and you kind of go against people's advice.
Out at the viewers.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're not doing this. Well, you know what? This is why. Here's my excuse. Blah 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 blah. Compared to, you know, actually, you know, taking advice. You know, but when you see someone with fresh eyes, like for us, for instance, like we tell them, like, you know what, you shouldn't be doing that. You should have thought that way ahead of time. You should have, you know, all these little precautions. But then again, I don't know if that's a case of, you know, maybe his upbringing, maybe not. You know, some people we actually, you know, where they are in life, you know, if they meet some person that maybe did have a 9-to-5 job that's kept doing it, has understanding of, you know, how work, you know, what work ethic is and whatnot.
Work ethic, that's a good term to use when it comes to YouTubing, and but the other thing also is there's also passion too. You know, it's like
that too.
And I feel like some people are the ones that lash out. I mean, obviously they get tired and stuff like that, but you know. For me, it's like it almost feels like, you know, they probably never even had the passion to do it. They were just doing it just to get views, you know. And I'm not singling anybody out. But,
oh yeah, well, if you're being general, yeah, I can totally see that. To be honest,
I mean, I seen some like that one guy was telling you, the race crews guy who reviews Hot Wheels and like model cars. He just broke 500,000 subscribers, right?
Oh, nice.
And dude, this guy, his production just all he is like, here's my little warehouse, and I'm gonna set up my tracks. He has no gimmicks or anything, and he loves doing it, and people see that he loves doing it, and that's why they subscribe to him, they watch it, and so it's like we were at we were talking earlier today. We were at the California Extreme, and then we hear like there was another group doing their own podcast or whatever. That's cool that they're doing it. That's great, but when you overhear them, like, trying to be a gimmick or a character.
When you see the mask turn on when the red light's on.
Yeah, and I'm just like, it's like, dude, people can see through that shit, Yeah. Maybe there's other people that can see it right away, or maybe other people will just take a little time to see through that shit.
Yeah.
But people can't see through it, dude, and then. And if they can, dude, it's like you become fake,
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you can't have fun with this, but be real, dude.
But no, you're right. And also with the power of editing, you can totally you can totally pass off yourself as that type of gimmick. I mean, let's say for that dude that will turn on that mask, I bet you he doesn't talk about games at his normal rate. He just probably has a gimmick for that, whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, come on, guy. But that's the one thing. I mean, there's passion, and I think I'm pretty sure some passionate people they're probably, I want to do the angry shtick all the time.
It gets old though.
Yeah.
Only one or two people could really do it,
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm just thinking about it right now. It's kind of just kind of disheartening. It's like, man, it kind of sucks how that was an actual trend, and now people are just floundering around and don't know what to do with their video game channels.
Feels like they're selling out.
Oh, you could kind of say that. I mean, you kind of do sell out if you're following someone else's shtick. Like for us, I mean,
you're always going to sell out, dude. It doesn't matter.
I mean, ultimately, you're going to want to have some revenue, I guess, out of it. But I mean, that's the one thing too. When it comes to a passion project, I think when it comes to our crossroads, I don't think they really think it over. They think, well, money's already coming. I'm going to just start doing that now.
Yeah, it's funny though, because you mentioned about revenue, right? Mm-hmm. If there was no revenue in this, how many people would stick around? How many YouTubers?
Not a lot.
I don't think you.
Like for us, I see ourselves still doing it. We're not making obviously we're not making nothing.
Well, it's the equivalent of like writing like a blog, how
just doing it verbally.
Yeah.
Well, and aside what other videos we make and in the future we'll make, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just one of those things. Like it's just a verbal blog. I mean. Shit, the whole time we ever hang out, we're always talking about some shit, and every time I'm like, dude, how come we don't
record our
yeah, I mean, and it's kind of just dumb because like some people, I could be having to everyone else like, hey, let's just do a podcast, it's just us talking, but I mean, I want to at least hope we get a message out eventually, or at least have people, because right now I don't really care what we're saying about now anything, because there's no one really following. Until there's people actually watching, we're on a regular basis. And I'm gonna start directing my thoughts at them about shit that I don't like.
Yeah.
Because right now it's like, because there's so many things I don't like, but right now I'm not gonna talk to a wall until there's people actually listening.
Yeah.
Until I can actually influence people to actually better themselves about what they should be doing. And not falling for these traps that fucking corporate video games do right now, especially the mobile industry, which is gonna turn the whole client or regular games into fucking mobile games. So that's what I'm scared of.
Yeah, that sounds pretty horrifying.
Oh yeah, dude. And it's just funny when you see it change from growing up. I mean, that's the scary part. So games used to be fun. Games used to be an escape. And look at this shit. I'm playing this game where I'm playing right now. It's fucking. We played the shit out of it back then. Yeah. And in my opinion, it's still the best fucking sports game. It's just like it's simple, straight to the point, and it's just straight up. The fruit of hard work of people that don't even know the sport apparently.
Two guys, dude.
Yeah,
one guy programmed it. I think it was two programmers that did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And two people. That's it.
Yeah. Of course, you can have the other people like the music guy, the in-house music guy. And all
but I mean, the guys that built the foundation of the game.
Yeah, like a program. Yeah.
Wow. The guy that made this didn't know anything about football.
Yeah.
That's what makes it even more incredible. He just saw old VHS copies of NFL games.
Yeah.
And all the lineups and how the plays are formed.
Yeah.
that stuff was not available for the average public. So he had to assume where
Plays.
the routes that the players were running. And I was just like, dude, that is fucking hardcore.
That's crazy.
Dude.
Yeah, and he just made up. And it's funny too because when we were playing this as a kid, we were into football and we were watching football and playing at the same time. And we could totally relate to the game of the actual game and this. Either way, this is still an arcade version of an actual like simulator football simulator.
Sure, like 5-minute quarters and stuff.
Yeah.
But you still have the season and everything. But the thing is, I was like, you play this game, you're like, oh man, I can totally get into it. It's football. It's fun. It's quick. You know, it's actually very competitive. I mean, granted, there's some exploits here and there, but it's just one of those things. Like, dude, how do you, from people that don't know what they're doing or technically don't care about the product, make a really good product?
Yeah.
You know, it's fucking crazy.
That is.
But it's just so funny when you watch this. Like when you see shit like this, like you can totally relate. It's like you see that on TV all the time.
Yeah.
You know, all the celebrations and everything. It's like it's just cool. It's like they actually, and that's what made this game great. I liked a lot, and I don't know why other games didn't bother doing it. It's just all the cutscenes.
Yeah.
All the I mean, granted you have it now because it's all 3D. But dude, back then, it's like when you saw that shit, it's like, dude, you want to see these cutscenes, and especially when you see real action ones. Like, let's say like I'm gonna throw my ball, and like some guy is gonna try to tap it. You'll see the throw. You'll try to see the actual swat. You'll see the ball fly. Then you'll see the guy try to jump in and try to grab the ball. All within cutscenes.
Yeah.
And it all depends on how well the character is or where in positioning. So you can actually it's just like, man.
It's funny too because like they have to like not redraw the characters, but like recolor because of the palette swaps because of the different jerseys and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, it's like in owning a ball. I mean, to me, in my opinion, it's no, not Reed. Well, I haven't been using him yet, so I'm glad. That's good. He'll come back strong. But yeah, like I mean, it's just and then, oh man, I don't know. This game, I wish I could. It's really hard for me to put this game into like words that I can explain because it's just like it's just one of those games that I don't know, man. It's just
it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch because I don't see a whole lot of games like this today.
I mean, it was kind of hard to do because I mean it's all pigeonholed too, or not pigeonholed. Excuse me. EA still has a stranglehold of the NFL Player Association. So if they ever let go of that, you might actually see better football games or probably better games. Because right now Madden is the only one out there, and you have no.
Madden is just not great.
But the thing is, though, the way that's evolving is getting more casual, like to the point where it's just not even a true football simulator. It's like really, they're taking liberties and shortcuts on. I mean, I understand for like a casual fan base, but if people want to play a full simulator game, they're not going to get it anytime.
So what was it? What is it about Madden that kind of made it like super? I don't know, just not as good as this, I guess.
Well, at the time, when Madden was way back when it did, because I mean, actually before the Quarterback Club from EA, the only thing different was the fact that it was just top down and the controls were a little different. It was actually more simulator. It was actually more accurate than this. Except this is just a little more fun, a little easier to play. But when it came to Madden, it's like it had a more realistic stuff that you actually had like real moves you can do. The engine was just like a little. The engine was just more realistic in general. The one thing is though, after later on, when they went down the line when they got the NFL Player Association, all the competition stopped. So now they don't need to have. Of course, it's gonna be the best game because that's the only game they can play. I mean, look for instance. NBA Live, that game kind of dropped off. They stopped making the serial ones. They just stopped the annual ones.
And then they got 2K.
Well, 2K made their own. Sega made their own,
Yeah.
and 2K kind of took over because it's like the best looking one, had the best technology, the best engine. Now imagine if EA didn't have a license to the NFL Association or Player Association, you would have 2K and Sega making football games probably still, and 2K would probably be the better one. That's the sad part. That you could totally tell that, another company would probably make a better football game than fucking EA could, and you can see it with their NBA games, and the fact that you can see how they were been struggling with their NBA games, that EA NBA Live has just been struggling ever since. So it kind of makes you wonder if it was like a last ditch.
See, my problem with games like Madden is that I could go get the Madden in 2011 for $1.
Oh yeah,
flea market, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is that? For me, it's just like you're robbing people, charging $60 for a disc every year.
Yeah.
It should just be a download
for minor changes. Yeah, it should be it should be an update.
Yeah, an update like $10 update with a new.
Just to get like a $10 expansion or something, right?
Yeah, to get the new players, or updated rosters.
Yeah.
But and then they should release a new disc when they updated the technology.
Yeah.
The mechanics,
Oh yeah, like an actual engine overhaul or something.
Yeah.
Like that'd be like perfect scenario would be, hey, let's make it Madden 2017. We're gonna make Madden 2017 the engine for 3 more generations. All you need to do is just download this 5 gig patch every year. Hey, we found a way to make the engine better. Now we're gonna make 2019 or 2020, and here's a new engine
with new game mechanics.
Yeah, and I mean that
Smash Brothers.
Yeah, and that way I won't feel, I won't feel raw. That's like, well, why am I paying for this annual shit when I could just, it's one of those things.
Look at not a lot of people don't like what Street Fighter V is doing, but at least with them, they're offering I think the arcade portion and the whole thing download for free. And then obviously you get the characters, you pay for the character.
Yeah.
And some people don't like it, but you have to realize that at least it's not back in the 90s where you had to buy Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Street Fighter 2 The New Challengers, Super Street Fighter. It's all the same game, but it's just
other cards.
But with the enhancements, right? And with Street Fighter 5, at least Capcom was like, okay, well, here's Street Fighter 5, and we just have to pay increments. For all the other things.
I think the fact that it was missing a basic arcade mode.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a big problem right there.
It's just too little, too late to what's going on with it.
But at least they're not charging us $60 for like a whole overhaul.
No, but I'm pretty sure you would pay more than that by the end of it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people don't take in consideration.
I seriously don't think they would have gotten nearly as much flack if they would have just put in just a straight up arcade
mode.
You mean
an actual single player instead of catering to the actual competitive side?
Yeah.
Which they still messed up on for the way they made the game. So, but that's the thing though. Like that's the one problem where I feel esports is. I like esports. Problem is, I think esports is getting a little too ahead of itself. And they need to start thinking about, if they're going to think about making esports games, they need to make a game that's actually a standardized game that's solid.
Yeah.
For an esports thing. Not just make an esports game and...
Like Track and Field.
Yeah, like something like that. For
Windjammers.
But Track and Field is a good example. Like, that's just straight, there's nothing crazy. I mean, there's still a finite, record you can hit. But to play against another person, you can totally do that. You can totally just play and who hits it faster hits it faster.
Yeah.
But that's the thing though, like esports are being built, or esport games are being built from the ground up with the assumption that it's going to be big. The only problem is a lot of esport games that are already great to begin with weren't competitive games to start with.
Yeah.
So, because the games are made, they were made just because they were made. They had exploits in them. They already have all the things. The games are there, even if it's patched. But it's just people that took that game and applied a competitive rule set and said, I want to play you one-on-one with this blah blah blah, or these certain rules, and then the game got totally fun. People start, and then that's when things take off because the game, mind you, it's not the game it's an esport. It's just the game's good. Now once people play it, when they all get really good, now the game can turn into a good esport because first of all the game's pretty old.
It's how they apply the.
It's like having GoldenEye, except for you take out Oddjob and that's it.
Take out Oddjob, you take out Oddjob and like that's and maybe like actually no, just leave it like that because the game or make it better respawn. Because I apparently like respawning. I heard one of my friends say like he played this little kid, a cousin, and he couldn't beat him in one of the GoldenEye stages because he knew all the respawn points.
Yeah.
So you see, there's still things like that where you gotta avoid, but. I think a lot of old games they didn't really think about balance in a way, but they all had exploits to overcome those things.
Yeah.
Melee, for example, Melee is like probably the biggest example of having 0 patches but using exploits to make the game more competitive.
Yes.
Thing is though, is that again the game wasn't built like that. It was just built to be a fun game. So now what do you do now when they want to make an esports game like that's let's say like Melee? I don't think you can. Because you're already thinking about that. Well,
they tried before.
We need to have. Well, first of all, we need to have wing dashing. We need to have roll. We need to have a character like Fox. We need to have a character like Fox. We're gonna have all these things because it's got to be Melee. It's like, that's the problem right there. It's like, no, just make a game that's really good on its own bare bones standard. If you can pull that off and people can have fun and play with the limitations that it has, esport.
Yep. No, it's true. It's true. That's why Project M flourished so well.
Yeah, that was good, but then they kind of shot themselves in the foot. For obvious reasons, because they kind of just changed the game. Long story short, 3.2 came out, and a lot of people won't know what I'm talking about. 3.2 came out. That was apparently one of the most broken patches, but the most fun.
Yeah.
Because Mario was fucking hilarious. I loved it. But anyways, they came out with 3.5, and what the problem with that is that they actually changed too much of the game for it actually didn't feel like Melee or the game anymore.
Really?
Well, because they changed the way like Ganon plays. They changed the skills of Zelda. It's just they took liberties, which they probably should. They should have just kept the games like, hey, you know, maybe adjust the values of the shit that's already in there, but don't change it all
characters.
out. Yeah, and actually,
you gotta make a new character at that point.
Yeah, and then Lucario is a good example. They made him have his spirit bomb thing, or right? I forgot what it was. It's like he actually had. It wasn't his regular charge shot. It was like the beam or whatever.
Yeah.
Same with the Ivysaur had that thing. But see, that's like a separate move that no one else has. Like, why even have it in the game?
Yeah.
Like, why even adding shit like that? Like, it's just broken because.
So did it try to be like Smash 4?
No, it was trying to steal the thunder, but Smash 4 came out and the cease and desist came out.
Okay.
And then no one can play PM and no one can stream PM.
Yeah.
Either way, it's still a scene that's happening right now. But that's one of those things, like, you know. But then those people that made or did PM, they're trying to make a new game called I don't know what it's called, but it's called like Wave Dash or something like that. And like, you know, they're trying to like, we need to make a melee, guys, and everything just looks like it's and like the gameplay looks really like, I mean, granted it's pretty awful, but nothing looks like it's really solid. It's just like, dude, you guys just try to make a solid game for it. Who cares about the characters? Don't give me lore. Don't give me references. Oh yeah, get it. This guy's mango. I don't give a shit about that, dude. Get the game, make sure the game fucking plays well first, and then think about the aesthetics later.
What do you mean lore? What do you mean lore?
When I mean lore, I mean they're actually trying to have backstory, like, you know, hey, check out this guy. This guy has this gun because of this and blah, blah. You don't need to have that. Oh my
god, it's becoming fan fiction, the fucking fighting game.
I mean,
god, yeah.
I mean, look at this shit. I mean,
oh no.
What
is he showing?
Let me see. I'm gonna see. See this down here. Oops. Okay, a game's called Icons. Oh god. Anyways, let's see where's some gameplay. Let's see. Yeah, this is the gameplay we're looking at. And mind you, they're trying to just build. It is funny too because you can tell. Did I lose? No, I'm good. I'm gonna win this. I don't care. Anyways, so why you can see this right here. But it's just like we just want to make Melee again, guys. It's like, dude, just play Melee, or because they just want to make it. They just want to Melee HD, but it's just like, dude, it's all aesthetics and shit. But see, it's just like, I don't know.
All right.
Because I think they're trying too hard to make it look cool compared to making it play cool. The animation is way too quick. Frames are too fast.
Yeah.
And then what they really need to have is like, they need to have like, it's not even. Well, the problem is like it's not even. Oh god, that looks so like, for a person that looks hella strong, it doesn't play strong. But this is the thing is, like, we need to make it like Melee, and that's all they're trying to do. It's just like,
Couldn't they get in trouble for this?
No, because this is all. They can't get in trouble for this because it's actually all original. Well, more or less original. They can't say the engine's probably all original too, but it's obviously taken from. It's obviously taken from Smash Brothers. Or at least it's. I don't even know what kind of genre you would call it. But yeah, they're really trying hard to push it high, and that's what I really feel like. A lot of at least for Smash Bros, a lot of people just live. It's all about hype raising and not really necessarily doing good shit. It's like, as long as it looks cool and hype, it's all right. But yeah, it's like, dude, just make a gameplay well first. How about that?
How sad.
Well, we already know whose coattails they're raiding.
Well,
Yeah.
So I mean, but it's just one of those things. Like, you know, good for them for making it. That's kind of cool. They're going out of the way to do it, but I don't think they need to do it. They don't need to have this.
It feels so much like the concept of the characters. feels so much like Overwatch. Not necessarily that they're similar, but
that art style, right?
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but it's just like Well, I think Overwatch they focus on the game first and then decide to make the characters afterwards. But to me, they just seem very. And I know you need a marketable character, but they just seem a little bit too, like
this guy with horns.
too serving, fan servicing.
Yeah. What's the thing is like that's all it is. I mean, I don't think.
Dude, I feel like they just took some of the models.
No, they did. It's a lot of the base models. Because when they showed the first Captain Falcon character, a long time ago, they showed like the preliminary ones. She literally had all the same movesets right off the bat. So it's like I don't know what they're gonna try to do.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, we'll see, man. But it is one of these things where
I think if I was Nintendo, I'd be like knocking.
Yeah.
But I don't think
ringing some phone calls.
That's the thing. I don't know if they could at this point. They could for PM, because they were trying to pass it out as a real game.
But this is all free.
Actually, I don't know yet. It might not.
Well, it said free to play, but
Anyway, this looks like a flat-out knockoff.
it does.
It is.
It's like, why would if I'm a
See,
Smash
that
Bros.
was like
fan?
fucking Ganondorf's like down smash right there.
If I was a Smash Bros. Player, why would I even want to play this?
Right?
That's a good question. I mean,
It has nothing new to offer.
And this doesn't look like looks like it plays like Melee at all.
I mean, I haven't seen a Wave Dash.
No.
Either way, their company is called Wave Dash Games, and the whole idea is like, hey, this is supposed to be the next Melee. I kind of understand where they're going with it, but at the same time, like, dude, no.
They should at least offer something new to it.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, you know what they should have done is not make the archetypal characters. They should make brand new ones.
The thing is like,
this looks like
it costs so much money to get an original character made.
This looks like
and I think they just got some interns to do this.
But as you can see, like it took all the time, but for like making character models, like the animations are, you can tell it's like they're basic animations from what the character is supposed to be.
Yeah. And that's what and you're right. I think that's what they did.
And they could have just done something completely different. It's like, you know what, maybe this character does this and that, And like this, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Like this character here with that gun is kind of neat, but that's about it. It kind of takes away from the game though, because you have to sit and aim.
Oh well. Hey, dude, these guys can make money off it. Great for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So PM was a way to preserve the Melee.
PM was to pretty much get a better. Well, it's supposed to be Melee, but with upgraded. It's supposed to be an upgraded version of Brawl.
Why
to play like Melee?
But why does this feel like the Smash 4 version of PM?
Because it's the people that made PM.
It looks so.
Supposedly.
Yeah, well, these are the people that made PM, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, what? I feel like PM was the reason why. The Smash 4 was the reason why. Not Smash 4. Sorry, Smash 3 rather. Was the reason why. Why PM was made, to preserve the Melee
the combat,
but this feels like this looks floaty.
Yeah,
like 4 it does. It looks like they told someone to to design their character models.
Yeah. But it's funny too. It's like,
hey, remember that one fan fiction that you were making about you, but you were like in a steampunk universe? Can you make those characters only in a fighting game?
Okay, so let me just say it. Like, I want to go back to Merle's point where
this guy's name is.
They have nothing new to offer, right?
Yeah,
it has nothing to offer.
So this is where I feel where they probably should have made a new type of game, with still borrowing these mechanics, but make it more in line to a fighting game, so you can actually cross a bridge from people bitching about Smash Bros. And people bitching about Street Fighter because
they could bitch about both of them at the same time.
Yeah, or play them both. I mean, with this type of style, like they could totally make a fighting game with actual life bars without having to knock people out and dunk people.
No, that's true. Yeah,
they could have totally done it if they just had if you thought outside the box instead of just trying to
have like super combos.
Yeah, I mean that's the one thing that's missing. It's like you need that's what would be cool about Melee or even Smash Bros. In general. The Smash Ball idea is dumb.
What if the thing is
be specials with like that aren't game breaking, but they offer a new to the
but
game.
What if they made a game like kind of like this where like you do damage by getting a super meter. The only way to kill the enemies is by using a super meter.
Don't even talk. Don't even talk. I know exactly where you're going at.
So it'd be like maximum ponage?
No, because Sony made their own PlayStation All-Stars, and the only way you can really kill people is by using specials.
Yeah.
You have to use them.
Like literally, like in the whole idea was you get a level 1 super meter and you do like a basic ass like super attack which maybe doesn't have that much range, and then a secondary which maybe has a little more range, and then a third where you're pretty much guaranteed at least 1 kill.
Yeah.
Unless you're really crappy.
I don't know.
But yeah,
so that game looks so uncreative, unimaginative.
It's just really bland right now. Well, the way it looks, I'm like, it's not exciting. That's like I should say. But anyways,
characters don't look
the main character looks like he should be called like Edge, the dual wielding.
Hey man, you should work with him. It's just for me it looks like a reflection of what's cool right now, instead of trying to think about what could be cool later. It's like, you know how Wayne Gretzky says, go where the puck's going, don't go where the puck is at.
As soon as I saw the blonde hair and the spiked fucking blonde hair and the dual pistols, that was it for me. Like, okay.
The Baxter Stampede ripoff?
Yeah, man.
Anyways, let's wrap this shit up.
Alright, guys. That was kind of a rage-filled
that's fine.
So
all of ours are rage fills. Every time it's a rage fill.
Yeah.
Feel bad for leaving those, just having the playbook of it, just talking, but I had to say what I had to say.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I don't know, what game should we play next time?
You guys want to do some Chingasos next time?
Huh?
Sorry.
What?
You want to throw some Chingasos again? Because we gotta get because I want you guys to play the sequel to the
Rival Turf.
Oh, Rival Turf. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
I want to play Punisher. Goddamn.
I'm still trying to practice.
Yeah.
Right next to the round
we could
table.
play Punisher. We could play that one too.
Oh yeah, no, isn't that MAME?
Huh?
Isn't it Punisher on MAME? It's not even a console game, huh?
It is. No, it's SNES. Or
I don't
But
think
the
they ever
same
made
one?
it to port, right?
The same one though you were playing.
oh, I don't know.
So I know there's Punisher games, but I don't think there's one of that one you're talking about on console. That is.
What?
Well, we can research it. Doesn't matter.
Well, I was gonna say, like, couldn't we just find the arcade port?
Yeah, I need to. Well, I'm not well versed in arcade emulators.
Okay.
I need to figure that out.
Okay.
Well, I think one of these days we gotta have Lois play a point-and-click adventure game.
Oh, dude, why don't we just do that?
Yeah.
No, wait. Why don't we just play Golden or Jedi Knight?
You want to play Jedi Knight?
Yeah.
Or point and click.
Either or, man. I don't
Like
know.
Full Throttle or Sam and Max or Grim Fandango.
To be honest,
Actually, Full Throttle.
I think I like to play a point and click.
Okay.
You know that
That'll be fun. That'll be a lot like that ACT game we were playing.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, I want to play a game that I don't normally play, and I think that a lot of you viewers out there would appreciate that, because when I was watching the act, it made me want to play something that's out of my comfort zone, which is usually like either an RPG or a side scroller of some sort. And after I saw that, I went back to like playing like more like visual novelty sort of style of games like Phoenix Wright. But let's play a point and click game, and I guess we'll find that out next week. I kind of wouldn't be surprised to be completely honest.
I'm kind of curious which ones we can get.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any right now.
It should be a LucasArts one, because those are more forgivable, I guess you could say.
Oh, whatever you guys prefer. You guys know those.
Well,
games
because
better than I do.
there's plenty of them in the early '90s, and LucasArts ones they gave you chances, but the other ones were like brutal, dude. Like if you screw up, if you didn't save it, you're back at the beginning of the game.
I'd say the closest thing that I played to like a point and click adventure.
Is from Telltale or?
Yeah. I guess something like that. But it was a game called 999. It was 9 doors, 9 persons, 9 rooms, and essentially it's like, it's you go through this cruise ship and you're trying to. It's kind of like Saw. You're trying to figure out puzzles to escape these deadly traps and everything like that. And it has multiple different endings, and it's kind of like what are those it's kind of like visual novel style, but there's like different puzzles that you can solve within the visual novel game.
We'll get this, or I'll go buy this later. We'll play their redone version of Full Throttle and see. Hopefully they didn't fuck it up.
Oh, is this the one?
This is a remastered one.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think we'll play this one.
Yeah.
I won't tell you, but I want you to
Okay.
discover it yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. Except
If
some
you
parts
like-
will let you know something.
If you like Mad Max,
The music's fucking great in this one too.
All right. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, let's wrap this shit up so we can get down.
All right, y'all. This is Vaporware.
Yeah.
This is Lewis.
I'm Romero,
Daniel, of course.
and we'll see you next week.
See you.